Welcome back, guys. Finally, we're back here for OGN Supermatch. It was a very, very long break. We had a lot of problems, but everything should hopefully be sorted, and we'll now have our 4 matches. This time, though, we're going to be skipping Miramar. We don't want to go there. We're going to go Erangel for all 4 of them. It may not be for the rest of the tournament, but it will be for the rest of the night. And yes, 2 hours late, but we're still going to do it. Still 4 matches. Thank you so much. If you were waiting since the beginning, you're the true hero.
You've done it all. I mean, literally, what we were supposed to do is provide you with the entertainment. Couldn't do that for 2 hours straight, and you had to look at the waiting screen for the entirety of 2 hours. And you guys are the true heroes if you were able to do that.
Yeah.
And we incredibly thank you for your patience, and hopefully, no more problems, no more further problems.
Yeah, everyone, we need to be touching wood. We need to be crossing our fingers, trying to make sure that no more of these server problems are going to be coming in, because then we can actually start some of the action. We're going to go through the overview once again because I'm sure that everyone's forgotten. Let's remind you, though, it's all Erangel here today. It's looking like at least the weekend is going to be back to Miramar for a couple of them, but we don't really know. And still, once again, back to that crazy new format of only getting 10 points if you take home the chicken dinner. Otherwise, you're only getting points for the kills that you're getting. But as you can see on this screen, it's all Erangel, baby.
It is going to be, at least for today. We'll get further updates to you guys if it is going to continue this way for Tuesday and Wednesday. But for the meantime, it's going to be 4 rounds of Erangel. You guys have seen this before. We like this format. Of course, some of the Korean domestics haven't been too used to all Erangel's, all FPP, but we're bringing it all at the same time. It's good stuff, and hopefully this could mean that, that we don't have any server problems from here on. At least for today, we can get through the broadcast just fine and could see some very exciting PUBG action is all we're wanting.
Yep, that's all we've wanted, Joel. We're really, geez, if we're talking about it like we're trying to bait you in, it's like, oh man, as far as being juicy bait, we've been that today because we've been waiting for 2 hours. The anticipation is killing all of us, and hopefully we can get onto the map and then finally get some sweet relief. As yeah, I mean, it sort of reminds me of PSS Season 2. We didn't go to Miramar all that often. There was only one. It was just a cheeky little Miramar that we had. So now it's just all Erangel, throwing that one out of the window, and it's all FPP as well. So I actually like it. I think it's a cool way of starting off OSM, even if it isn't necessarily the way we were expecting.
It is quite literally the international format, the global standard of having FPP Erangel as the only format that we're going to be playing throughout the day. And, I knew it was going to take time to bring the FPP format only to the Korean
2 hours,
scene.
actually.
It only took 2 hours. That's all it did. I mean, we tried to bring the FPP, then bring all Erangel just one step at a time. But you don't take one step and you take 2 hour delays, and you were in.
Yeah.
We're all in on this one and bringing a global standard to the Korean scene, at least for the Asian format we have for OSM. It's going to be bringing in 4 regions. As you've probably already forgotten 2 hours ago, we already mentioned that fact.
We'll have to update you on what the teams that are actually playing, but we're going to wait to get into the game before that because we will have a fair bit of time to discuss exactly which teams are going to be the most prevalent, and also we have to work out how everyone stacks up. So if anyone's going to be performing well, that's when you're going to want to know about them. Another thing that's really cool is that we were going to have a 3-man squad. Myth Boya wasn't actually able to make it here on time. It's been a 2-hour delay, so he's here. Don't you worry about it, guys. We've only got 4-man squads this time around. No Nightwolf situations this time. So that is the good news. You have a 2-hour delay, and the guy that was late is probably still going to be able to make it.
Hey, if that's one of the good news, then I'm just waiting for the second good news right now because I'm just going to get into the game. I'm not a believer until we get into the games already. It's just I'm waiting for that, waiting to get into the loading screen.
You've been burnt before, is that what you're saying, Joel?
Man, I've had it before where, you waited for the longest of time, never gone into the game. All I've been wanting in life is to get into the game. The Mariah Carey song in Christmas. All I want is to get into the PUBG game. That's the whole lyrics to the song, and that's what I want to get in. We're 30 seconds into the loading screen, and I think we just might get
We're going to get there, guys.
Game of OGN Supermatch.
OGN Supermatch starting off at Erangel. It was going to be Miramar. No, we've thrown that one all the way out there, and it is going to be Erangel for the entire evening. 10 seconds. It's been a long wait, guys, but we are finally able to get into an aeroplane and into this match. Thank you so much for bearing with us, and now finally, here we go.
Thank you guys once again so much, but we are finally in, and finally the timer does go upwards from 0 seconds and up.
Isn't this the dream, Joel?
It is 20
This is the
teams with
dream.
80 players. Homeboy is here to play.
Oh.
He's not delayed any longer. He can't be more delayed than 2 hours, to be honest. But
Yeah.
we're here at Hunters. Sexy pick on the lineup coming from Genji Black. We know them as the former, a second contestant coming to PGI as a Korean representative. Sexy Pig has left Genji Black over towards OP Gaming Hunters, and a lot of new additions for multiple teams out there. We'll see how he does today.
Yeah. See where everyone's going to be landing as well, because there's a lot of places based on, you know, player tendencies and team history that are going to be pretty damn busy, Joel. But oftentimes when you see this, you see adaptation. You see teams moving to different areas to get that safe loot happening at the beginning. Now with the format changing a little bit, maybe we're going to have a little bit more action to start these things off, because getting kills is the greatest way to get points this time around.
And you know what that means, though? New players means new starting locations, and BSG Luna with Juan coming in from the OGN Entus Force is going to be joining the Gakka. It's not something that BSG Luna tended to go with as the starting location in Erangel. You talk about the sweet decals on the vehicles, and it's going to be good to go. But BSG Luna, once known as one of these teams that was coming on the uprise, as one of the teams to look out for, but never really been that case.
And they fell off a cliff, Joel. They certainly fell off a cliff. There was there's no way to talk around it. BSG Luna were looking good, and then they were looking absolutely crap.
You know, whenever we study literature, we talk about the rising action to the climax to the falling action. BSG Luna
crescendos,
what's the
as
action
you will?
that? No, they weren't the falling action. They were the action that fell.
Yeah.
They were done falling.
It was over. We're starting off the action here as Thunawad trying to get some shots in, but he takes more than he gives. SSS able to defend quite nicely here.
And it's going to be AG just going up against Triple S to see.
Yeah, 211 though is by himself.
Okay, that's some very cheeky.
Yeah, it's
peek
really
out
nicely
there.
done. But like, look at this. He's not going to have too much that he can do. We are going to skip away from him, but that knock should end up being a kill.
Yeah.
First man down here.
Don't think it's going to be a revive on that one, but BSG Luna and OPGG Hunters, OP Gaming Hunters, we knew we were going to make that mistake a couple times today, but they're here, South George, and seeming like they're going to find it out.
DMG going to finish off 211 too, so
yep.
First blood already drawn, and it's only 2.5 minutes in. Who would have thought that we'd have some actual high-speed action today after we had basically no speed for the entirety of that very, very long break?
And it is going to be Sexy Pig with that UMP just holding it out, trying to see what he can do. He's very used to playing in South George, as he's done basically all career long in Genji Black, but now in this new team, trying to rebuild around Sexy Pig, and also Taemin and Bappo still providing the goods and see what they can do. BSG Luna had a little bit of rebuilding themselves, and Juan K coming into the lineup, and see this. Oh my! This
oh no! Attack all around already. Getting attacked all around.
Oh, I told you that wasn't the right term. I'm sure when they created a team, they weren't supposed to be called attacked all around, but that's what they're having. Had it before, but it kind of seems like a deja vu all over again for these guys.
Yeah, exactly. Not exactly great news for them to start this one off, but at least they haven't lost everyone yet. It's oftentimes you see attack all around, they stay as a unit and die as a unit.
Yeah,
within about 10 minutes.
It is. I mean, attacked some around for this occasion. It's fine to go, but as long as you can survive the rest of your members, you will be good to go. Seems like a very quiet way to start off the South George fight and draft all by himself. It's not going to find the best of positions. There's not much room to move around when you're stuck all on your lonesome, and the rest of your enemies are trying to just hit you from far. And Cold is already at the warehouse, is trying to pick out the surroundings where everybody else is distracted on those houses.
Bubba, though, is very, very low, currently medding up. So he was copping a bit of the action that BSGL were throwing at them. It's going to be okay in the end. You can see Cold well and truly on his own, but he's all right, not under any pressure at this point in time. Sexy Pig hasn't moved for a very long time. I hope he's going to be okay.
I mean, look at the 4 angles from BSG Luna covering every movement that Sexy Pig could possibly make, and any type of window peek would probably result in a headshot for Sexy Pig, and you don't want to be the first man down if you are the new addition to this organization. But see Aquafy just creeping in there from the back of these houses. You can definitely hear the footsteps if you are Sexy Pig. Just coming in from Aquafy towards that direction, just behind the houses. And see Juan K, Isco, and Draft just looking from various angles to get any type of peek. Sexy Pig, who's presumed to be at that first floor, but you also see Taemin and Bappo providing cover on that defensive end.
Yeah, we're going to see Cold making his way over, as you saw the sexy little zoom. Isco going to move in as well, as I believe they heard Sexy Pig walking around. He decided to break position for a moment.
Now this is false confidence coming from BSG Luna, who's just really reaching in towards Sexy Pig, who they definitely have the knowledge that that one person is there, but do they really notice the other two players behind him? Talk about Bappo and Taemin, who's right behind him as well. So if it comes to a 3v3 scenario, I think that false confidence that I was kind of referring to from BSG Luna will definitely not be paying off.
Yeah, none of that ability to peek around as well. It's FPP now, guys, so none of that TPP shenanigans. So a lot of that information that they have to get, they have to really put themselves on the line.
See
Cold. Being picked up by Cold, yeah. So he's able to sit up here, not exactly with the scope that he wants.
He picked up a pretty significant amount of loot over towards that warehouse area, all by himself, where everybody else was kind of enjoying this party 4v3 right around the housing complexes. And see Juan just kind of reaching back and trying to get a wider spectrum of view, if you will. And Isco and AquaFi still just kind of depending on the auditory hints if they can towards Sexy Pig. But Sexy Pig, like I said, just uncompared to earlier, not moving an inch.
Yeah, shots flying forward though. It's 1K not going to take too much. A few shots just going to fly over his shoulder. Otherwise, absolutely fine.
It was Cold. They was trying to fly out. You see Draft.
Yeah, he's trying to take Cold down because his position was given away like you were talking about. But Cold only takes one bullet. Nothing really to worry about here so far for OP Gaming Hunters. But Draft giving away his position is bad news because Babo's got a great shot on him if he does poke his head out of one of these windows.
And if you are Draft, you are playing scared, and you're kind of all on your lonesome, where everybody else is kind of stuck together in a different location distance away. And look at this.
Oh, in the meantime, yeah, 4 AM starting things off here for China. Yeah, Godvi going to grab that first knock. And Entus Force, a team that we had high expectations for, they're going to lose half of their squad already.
If anybody else told you that 4 AM was disappointing at PGI, look at this. And you got to get a third knock here.
Yep, something to prove here does Godvi have. Don't know why I decided to speak like Yoda, but it's already pretty late here today. Can't actually find the shots, as you can see.
You know what? It could have been worse, Atlas. You know, we've been through this.
Well, actually, Babo's going to eventually be taken down. Aqua5 somehow able to grab that one. Taemin, remember, is still in the same complex as Babo.
Yeah.
So should be able to get that res, but Aqua5 looking to try and get in there as Taemin's going to get taken down as well. Aqua5 is going to be prey of Sexy Pig, who might be able to get the reses now on his teammates as Isco wants to try and get him, but oh man, Sexy Pig is so extraordinarily low.
And that was kind of wishful thinking coming in from that BSG Luna player that was trying to be extra aggressive after he got the knock. He had to know that Sexy Pig was all in that house for the entirety of that time, but the fact that you just kind of went unnoticed and just made clear picture of a shooting. When you are Sexy Pig, you can have the clear vision to shot that away. That was a kind of a mistake from BSG Luna, who could have benefited a lot more there.
Yep, they are going to look into this complex to try and find Sexy Pig, but he's decided that he's going to give up his teammates. And OP Gaming Hunters looking like they're going to be starting off in a very sticky situation here. 10 minutes into the game approximately. As Cold's going to get taken down as well. All right. Bond Spirit Gaming looking much better this time around as 1K just punishes Cold and is going to be able to get all of that extra loot. You can see already Freecs Aries. They're starting the game off quite well at the same time as, yeah, there was just no way that Taemin and Babo were going to stay alive there as Sexy Pig. He's going to have to do his old Genji Black moves and stay alive till the very end, just being a sneaky bit.
I mean, what are those old Genji Black moves that you talk about? Listen, we talked about Sexy Pig from Genji Black having these situations where he's all by himself. Had that multiple times, even towards his old roster, but you know, in this new organization, you would expect bigger and better things, but Sexy Pig kind of feeling like he's seen this before, where he's all by himself and everybody else dying out, and he's just kind of camping in a corner, knowing that his team is going to be the first one to go out in this game.
Yep. They're just trying to get this around, making sure that they don't give anything away. But remember, this is 3 versus 1, and he's the last member remaining on his team. There's not a lot that he's going to be able to get done here.
You know, if Sexy Pig dies here from the threats coming in from BSG Luna, his team would end with 1 point after this round.
Yeah. He also doesn't exactly have the best weaponry at this point in time because he's been sitting in this one room for the entirety of this game.
Oh, look at Shadow getting knocked away. This is important.
Well, see whether he's actually going to get taken out here. You can see all on his own, mostly, as Snake trying to rain down hell onto his limping body.
Yeah, SnakeTC
Smoke's going to fly in, though, so he might actually be able to get rezzed here.
And they were
Freecs can get over.
They're just replicating the kind of mistakes that BSG Luna kind of showed in the earlier parts of the game, where you get a knock, you feel overconfident to just go right away with that kill. And it just doesn't happen that way. You have to be a little more cautious and think of all the different possibilities out there in SnakeTC. Suffering a knock where they really didn't have to. I think that Smoke is going to be able to get the res, but we're still back to the action. I think it seems like Sexy Pig is breathing his last breath here.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be able to get at least, gets one knock, but is eventually taken out. And the first team eliminated from our first round will be OP Gaming Hunters. Very disappointing beginning here. Not able to get any kills, no nothing, no points.
Got 1 point.
Did they get one kill?
Sexy Pig got 1 kill off of that, BSG Luna. So it seems like that's the only thing they're going to get.
1 point does not feel very good.
It feels better than 0. I mean,
hey, that's true.
Does it feel better than 0? Though I'm kind of contradicting myself here, but
I think it does. I mean, it is definitely better than 0. You can throw that one in there. However, that's the only thing it's better than, Joel, because you can't go negative, and that's about as bad as you can do without basically not even playing.
You know, this team, ROG Centurion, that used to be the team. Now they're called ROG Strikers with a brand new roster, other than Hunsuk joining in here. They actually suffered negative points in the past for penalties.
That's true. They were negative 100 for a while.
Coming in late to the stadium, and this has happened before. We talk about negative points. It does feel bad, but look at this.
Yeah, Joker's going to pick up one here as a tackle around. Going to suffer their second loss. Weren't exactly expecting fantastic things, but still Rascal Joker's getting some work done. Seeking Jaws. Absolutely fantastic name. Yotica already taken out here, so they're set up well in the middle of the circle here at the moment.
We're going to see what they do here and see that taking the loot is going to be just fine for Seeking Jaws and the rest of Japanese teams. He's talking about CG, Xanadu. They're here, Crest Gaming. See what they can do against the Chinese team iFTY, but these teams I think come with high hopes, come with high expectations, and see what Japan can do on an international scene. Hasn't really shown much in the past, but anytime is a good opportunity for your country to be represented well. Hopefully, Crest Gaming and the rest of the Japanese squads here can do that.
Purple Mood feeling pretty good about having a kill delivered to them as Ares is going to come in. Pure Boy is from behind, but Boss Sense should be able to get the jump on him as he moves on in. Yoshi as well just loses a clip, but only gets half of a health bar and will get taken down here as Rio turns up in the nick of time. Really nicely done here by CGX to turn around what could have been a really awful scenario. Just couldn't click on the heads on the side of Purple Mood.
And that is when a 2-to-2 split goes really bad, Atlas. And seeing that Purple Mood, if they had all 4 men there, I mean, definitely would have gotten the first couple of kills towards Crest Gaming. But being outnumbered there, the rest of the 2 members from Purple Mood, from behind, could not come up for the support. And you're going to just see half your squad just dying out just like that.
Well, you see whether Just Moment decides to do anything here. Looks like he will just try and get out. All 4 members, CGX, have set themselves up here, though.
What?
Crest Gaming.
Are you serious?
Easy peasy. Just get rid of Just Moment. And there's only PNDs remaining. You can see from his vision right now, he's not in the same area.
In another situation where they go splitting again. 1-to-1 split after they lose to 2. And Just Moment and PNDs. And what do you expect when you're trying to fight against an entire full squad coming in from Crest Gaming? And
they had a good collapse, though. This is good play from Crest Gaming because it looked like there weren't all of the members there, as all 3 from Purple Mood have been taken out. It seemed, for me, like, looking on, you thought, yeah, Purple Mood, feeling good. I mean, yes, we've got the overarching God Mode vision, but, if you are that team, you're thinking that you've got these fish in a barrel, but unable to land the shots, and then immediately the follow-up was there.
I mean, you can have all the map packs in the world, but when you're outnumbered, you just lose.
Yeah, well, PNDs. He's probably going to be taken down as well, and that is our second team eliminated here. 14.5 minutes into the game, and already we lose Purple Mood and we lose OP Gaming Hunters. Daewoo going to get taken out as well. It's Kongdoo Reddot starting to take some names.
So Another interesting prospect that we need to keep our eyes on. Kongdoo Reddot with Evermore, all caps on the lineup, and it's good stuff. What can we expect from them? Suck coming from Cloud9, joining the OP Gaming Rangers. Trying to find some shots here.
Yep, not able to find Mental, but Minoru is going to get knocked here as Mental does eventually get there. Just playing Scout, and Minoru's going to get punished for it. The rest of Myth moving themselves towards this circle, but you can see edging pretty hard at this point in time.
And you really do talk about, what this day of plays, 4 rounds, what it represents, because these 20 teams probably not have played against each other for many of times, and this might be the first time where they're kind of seeing the conflicting starting locations and the routing phases that are very much parallel to each other, which is never a good thing, and you're just trying to figure that out when you can be instinctual in terms of when you do face off against the other team, the one to fire the shots first and fire them accurately. It's going to be coming out the winner for these, at least for these first few rounds, and getting some knowledge of that should help them in the later days.
Well, we'll see whether Suck is going to be as good at playing the Scout as he was when he was playing for C9. Certainly did a lot of great splitting and scouting work for that team. Is Giken finally seeing some action from him, gets his first knock onto Boya, player that was potentially not going to be here, but thankfully is now.
Does that really easily with the SLR full.
Oh, Rosa going to get taken out as well, and Freecs Aries getting picked off left, right, and center. Haven't really been keeping their rotations very crisp so far.
And it's what it is. I mean, just Myth losing one member a bit earlier, coming from Rangers with Mental getting that kill. Trying to go 4v3, knowing that they have the advantage on the terrain, on that high vision. Escalucia and the rest of Myth should be looking towards backing away, and let's see what happens from Kongdoo Reddot though.
Yeah, I'm only at 3 times on the AR. Meant that we weren't really going to see too much from Breakneck there. It's the Jesters.
Oh, look at Evermore.
Getting up with 4, but Curious is going to find some. Good positioning here as Evermore sneaking on around the back. Yeah, Miso Lemon going to get taken out as his first target. Able to find some cover here as well, but it's 1 versus 3, and he needs to reload. Switches on over as Curious is going to get taken down by Seeking Jaws, and Evermore is now just going to run away from the area. Finds the shot, but he's giving away his position. Frag could be good here. As, it's not going to find Kendesu. A little bit over to the side.
Now we're looking at this. Where is the rest of Kongdoo Reddot when you need them? I mean, you talk about that really nice flank coming from Evermore. Seems like he got that first knock and kill, which was fine to go, but Curious obviously dies out, being distanced so far away like that, but...
Yeah, and Merrill only just getting over to the area as well. As you can see, Voicey, he doesn't really want to give away his position here. Feels like Evermore is a little bit of a one-man army here at this point in time.
Once again, you see another team being split apart at the wrong timing, and Evermore, I mean, you want to go in the offensive, that's fine, but when you don't have supporting units from behind, you can never be too aggressive like that. It just loses Curious in the instance of that.
Well, Svit, is he going to be all right here as Mental and Suck are just waiting for him? Oh, just shoots the rock. That's not how you're supposed to play that one, Suck. Still able to get the work done. Mental sacrifices himself as Escalusia is going to be able to get one back onto Suck, but thankfully Mental's here and Svit has already been dropped and taken out.
It is technically a 2v2 here. Homeboy and Escalusia can fight in this situation. They should do it before the reses come up, but Mental definitely aware of this fact.
Yep, he's going to be waiting, but oh, really nice moves from Escalusia here, who just drops him very, very quickly. Gets the jump, and they should have been expecting that as Giken make his way in yet again. Suck just being used as bait here by Myth.
Yeah, this is good play coming from Giken. Just come off cover.
Oh, nicely done as Myth setting themselves up for a great round. Giken taken down, and I believe that Rangers are going to be taken out as well as our 18th place team. And OP Gaming, who were talking them up the entire pregame, and they're going to be eliminated entirely in the first 20 minutes.
Top 3 to go out. Not the best of accomplishments for you. Rebuild.
It's the top 3. We were the first ones to die. Nailed it. That's not what you want. Maybe they'll have a chat with their coaching staff after this, and they'll be like, no, guys, you're supposed to be at the other end. And then we're like, oh. And then we'll come back with some better plays, hopefully.
You know what? That's not fair because they've done this before, and they should have learned their lesson before the last time they didn't do the rebuild.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true. 1K, though, they're going to just deal with Myth on the side of BSGL. move their way in. Myth going to get taken out, eliminated as well. So they were already limping with the early losses, but after dealing with OP Gaming, that was all they had left.
And BSG Luna doing really well coming from South Shore to eliminate OP Gaming Hunters we saw from the first minutes of the game, and now picking up the scraps towards Myth, who was just done fighting, used a lot of ammunition and a lot of resources to get that done. Really just depleted. You talk about them being in that state and BSG Luna knowing the right timing to be extra aggressive, to move forward like that. It's going to be easy kills coming towards and many, many extra points for them.
Well, Crest Gaming looking for their next target here, as it's going to be Pure Boy to grab the first knock. Plusfable going to get taken out here by iFTY, and what we wanted from this team was more consistency, and at the moment, consistently losing players at this point in time.
You got to cut up some slack. Just one player for the meantime. They're still in a good position, with, especially with Lin on that high cover. CG definitely not aware where Lin is exactly looking there. You can see they're heavily focused
Striker
on
and
those two
FTD
players.
really doing battle here as Null looking to try and at least collapse in. Potential flank here available as he is able to get the first one. Backs away as well, so nicely done. Gets the knock and pop, but he's going to get taken down in the end, as we've just got LStars turning up just for the cleanup.
The cleanup duty is looking so
Easy gets on in there, and he's going to be able to get the kill. Sacrifices a lot of health bar, but if he doesn't die, it's still all good. Really nicely done, and opportunistic, like a hyena, moving on in, getting the strike down, as Snake able to deal with a lot of attack all around, continuing their form here.
And that seems to be the answer for how you find success in the current meta of PUBG. Picking up the scraps, once again, right here.
Yeah. Nicely done. Xiaozu going to be able to pick that one up easily. Is M4, okay. Kongdoo Reddot, still with 3 members alive. Remember, they only lost 1.
Crest Gaming doing pretty well, picking up 7 kills already, 7 points in the bag. And
yeah. That's almost chicken dinner.
It is, and Curad and Rio feeling pretty good about what they've achieved so far, but they want to survive for the longest time with 4 AM looking for blood once again.
Yeah, they've still got 4 members alive and sitting on 4 kills here as well. They can grab themselves some dinner. That would be pretty nice for them, as it's Captain that's able to take down 1K. Oh no, the car dealership ringleader himself is going to get taken out. Godby as well going to follow this one up, as feels like they're just fish in a barrel. It's just great positioning here. Right on the edge, Isco and Draft both going to fall down as well.
And it's very opportunistic, isn't it? I mean, just right on the edge of the circle, you don't know where the next circle is going to land. So you're trying to find as many kills while you do have been granted that opportunity. And 4 AM doing a very good job at picking up these pieces once again.
Yep. SSS as well, very, very close to them, as they're on the western edge of this circle. A lot of teams actually haven't really seen too much action. Entus Force right in the middle of the circle at the moment, but they haven't really found too many kills so far. A few early scuffles, but that was about it. Smokes go down. Skokyan in trouble here for Afreeca Freecs Aries.
Yeah, he's out.
He's going to get taken down. Wesker securing that one.
This Japanese player, formerly from Sun Sister, doing well to pick up the last member of Afreeca Freecs. It's good to go on that one, but AG coming in, trying to get some signing onto 4 AM, where the circle did change up. You talked about that opportunistic position where they were in previously. They have to get out of that building and try to get to a new one. But 4 AM finding difficulty finding a new location for now.
It's really exciting for Armory Gaming here on your screen. The team from Thailand that we didn't know a lot about. Really great setup at this point in time. Really looking good. SSS going to get rid of Godvi, actually. Sasa. Seems like Godby may have just not known that there were 3 members of SSS just chilling out in that building behind him.
Yeah, it was 4 AM trying to get an early leave out of their building, trying to get to the next location in time, but Triple S kind of stuck around, trying to get any type of more kill opportunity, because they were practically in the same location where 4 AM was earlier, and trying to find as many kills when they can and when they're given the opportunity.
Oh no. Carl fell out of his car.
No! That's the worst rhyme ever.
Not so good. Carl and Car. Not a great combo.
Which one's the which?
Well, doesn't matter. He's dead.
Oh no.
Yeah. Alright, well, Curad's going to get taken out here.
Tianchan getting the kill here. Japan onto Japan. That one through, and LStars seems like just trying to get away here.
Well, they're not doing a very good job as Entus Force. They're able to pick these ones up. Oh no, that is not how you want to deliver a car. Joel, you just recently got a new car. If they had delivered it like that, it would have have been really, really annoyed, I could imagine.
Fitting if it was 4th of July, but nothing else included.
Well, Entus Force, pretty happy that everyone has to come to them. Great positioning here at the moment. Still in the center of this circle. It is very centralized. We'll see whether the next movement's going to be a little bit more drastic.
And remember, Atlas, we still need to remind ourselves that it's first place or nothing.
Yeah.
And, you know, depending on how many kills you have, even a second place finisher might not look as good as a potential 10th place finish with a lot of kills.
Yeah, it almost feels bad to finish second because you were so close to actually getting some points. Especially, like you say, if you didn't actually have anything on the kill score. 5 here, if we're looking at it, for Kongdoo Reddot.
And a team like this will be happy to finish out 8th compared to a team that will finish out 2nd with 2 kills.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Snake could be, like you say, the snake's in the grass and pick up that 2nd spot, but with only 2 kills, that wouldn't be 2nd spot for the round.
Exactly.
We've seen way more elsewhere, as you can see Kongdoo Reddot, they want to try and stop Snake from even getting themselves anywhere near that chicken dinner.
Yeah, Baba's the most vulnerable here with Evermore and Meryl just trying to flank from both sides, but now she has to cover.
Yeah, well, Meryl just going to be throwing the grenades around, trying to find a good position here as he gets on over. He's going to be the first one to manage to get down Baba. Evermore, though, is already knocked. Good position, though, and Meryl should be able to get this res pretty unhindered. Yeah,
tip-top play coming in from Meryl to find a cover play. If he hadn't got that knock, there's no way that Evermore would have gotten res then. Really just
the vultures are circling, though, Joel. You can see SSS, they'll find their way in, and Voicey is going to be the first one in their scopes.
Meryl and Evermore should straight up just run out of there, and no place for them to stay in this one. Voicey, I don't think that res is the right answer here.
Well, you can see Xiaozu as well. He's got the high ground advantage, theoretically, and SSS have actually spotted him out rather than spotting out the rest of the members of Kongdoo Reddot.
If you are Kongdoo Reddot, you have to be decisive here. He talked about that res possibly not becoming a good thing, and Voicey does finally get abandoned, it seems like. And Evermore and Meryl should just really focus on getting into the circle first, because it's now starting close.
Yeah, well, Voicey does get the res, so that is good news for them. Maybe a lack of play here from SSS is, okay, Xiaozu is going to get taken out here. Zorz, we knew that they were going to follow him around and take him out, but immediately eliminated, and that is going to be them in 8th position as Evermore very lucky to survive that frag.
No first aid, meaning that you just have to get out of there and just donate anything you can.
Oh, that frag coming in from Sasa, really nicely done. And Meryl's going to get taken out, still the knock, and it could theoretically keep 3 members alive, but it's just raining grenades.
And just imagine what I was saying earlier, of not going for that race and just making it to the circle, what would have been the difference here?
Oh, Zor's taken down, though, as Voicey is eventually eliminated. Evermore to be taken down, though, and that is it for Kongdoo Reddot. Yeah. 7th place, 0 points, but at least they got some kills to move them up in the standings. Armory Gaming still just holding onto this compound really nicely. At 4 AM, nothing they can do. Captain to be taken down first. And Thunawat, just great positioning. Forever, just nothing he can do. 5th place coming in for 4 AM. A good performance for the Chinese squad that were over in PGI. Not exactly as good as they wanted to. Indigo are going to be helping take down SSS, who have been very frustrating. They're in the woods. Things okay for the moment.
There's a good res coming in right behind the trees just to get to the circle in time. They are very close, so no problem for them putting out the smokes just in case. Everything is intact for them to make the entrance to the next one. But Entus Force already in a very nice compound, still occupying in that instance. And Jesus Pro just trying to go for that snipe with that M24 if he can.
Yeah. 8 times as well on that one, so nicely done. All right. Who is going to get the circle is the question. There are 3 teams in compounds, 1 in a large amount of trees, and as you can see, it's Entus Force. So we are certainly Korea biased at this point. Armory Gaming's like, oh man, it's all rigged. They had a good northern position. Not anymore, as Indigo is going to continue capitalizing on the positioning that they have. Sasa going to get knocked. Not sure whether he's going to be able to complete the kill. 4 members still alive here.
You feel invincible if you're Entus Force in that position, just right around that house, knowing that there's basically nobody around. Just around the complexes, and everyone's going to be in the open terrain outside the circle. OGN Entus Force completely aware of that, and just waiting for people to come in one by one like the linked sausages they are, and just eat them one at a time.
Well, the best news here that we do have for other teams is the fact that there's only 2 members alive. For Entus Force, We are now going to have movements coming in. NGR moving on over. See Kale trying to find the pot shots, but not actually in a great position to capitalize on this one. And Armory Gaming, they've already got themselves in to the other little house in the center of this circle. Kale and Indigo, they can't split themselves up too much because they just don't have the manpower available to cover all of this ground.
And that's an important thing. I mean, it seems like Entus Force versus the world was the kind of storyline here, but it seems like AG's joining in the party.
Yeah, Thanawat's going to get taken down here as Zor's over to the side. He's going to be able to pick up this kill as well. Oh, Fearchan actually going to be the one that grabs it. Never mind. Okay, Kale and Indigo still trying to hold on to this great position that they have. In the center of this circle, there's NGR and SSS that need to get forward.
It's going to be important here, and you see the positioning is going to be very, very significant. Talked about Entus Force being in the invincible housing that they are, but now that they do have Armory Gaming just right next to them, it's a different story altogether. It seems like NGR and also at Triple S just kind of just march in from the top and the bottom and see if the other two teams can survive this one.
Yep, great punishment from Indigo so far. Hasn't actually spotted any of the members that are outside, as we've got so many alive for such a small circle here in the end of the game. As you can see on the minimap at the bottom right. 10 players alive, not a lot of space for them to work with. So the blue is closing in. Fearshan is going to be knocked. See whether Armory Gaming can continue capitalizing on this one.
See Grim Reaper. See how far they can get on this one. Once again, the circle favoring these two real estate owners.
Yep.
Grim Reaper, they still can go for the rest towards Fiachan, and possibility with the hill just launching right over them, but Armory Gaming just focusing so much into the other two members, making it very, very difficult to get the res on Fiachan.
Yeah, and they're trying to actually get the kill onto this vehicle over here, the UAZ. Vehicle explosion could have actually gotten a kill for a team just there, but not going to happen. 30 seconds until we get this blue closing in, and it's only getting worse for teams outside of these compounds. As you can see, final circle going to be right on top of them. Indigo going to be able to get one and capitalize. Zor's going to be taken out. As Kale and Indigo have just been this two-man wrecking crew, despite the fact that their location has been known from all of these teams for this entire time.
Do they not know where Vivi is? They must have heard it. I mean, the audio hints it was going to be prevalent, but Vivi comes in safely where Zor's already got knocked away and killed, and this means that they're just going to go for the sneak kill, trying to sneak through the win here.
Well, sneak dust here, not going to be exactly the tactic that they want, as Grim Reaper going to lose two members very, very quickly. Down to 7 now.
Yeah, Weska's the only one for Grim Reaper. See what he can do, but literally you're running through the walk of death is all you're doing, and Armory Gaming and Entus Force still all looking towards that direction. You can see them right there.
Yeah, I want to be trying to get as many of these kills as possible, as that's going to be 4th place coming in for Grim Reaper. Great start here for the team that we didn't have exactly a lot of expectations for. But a 4th place finish, despite not getting you extra points this time around, still does give us confidence in what they can do in the future.
Now keep your eyes on Vivi from Triple S. Comes in unnoticed, and now Entus Force and Armory Gaming both know that the opposing house is where their last opponents are. But are they the last opponent? They just don't know the fact.
Yeah, exactly. 6 members alive. And we're counting down to this very final moment. Okay, DMG going to be throwing the frags in. Vivi on the correct side of the wall is going to be absolutely fine.
It is going to be Entus Force versus Armory Gaming in the end 3v2, and Vivi, what can he do on that cleanup duty? We've seen cleanup and houses being so good, especially in the early game, but in this late game where 10 points is on the line, equivalent of 10 kills. We should see them justice there. Vivi can clinch this one. This should be very, very good for this team.
No one forced to move as of yet, though. You can see Vivi just playing it cool, calm, and collected. Not going to be making any moves that he doesn't need to. As I say that, though, going to be moving the other side of this compound.
You talked about Entus Force not having an idea of where Vivi is. Armory Gaming, absolutely no idea where Vivi is going to be. And all their focus is towards that opposite house on the other side of that road. It's going to be Entus Force that they're focusing on 3v2. They feel like they have the advantage, but they probably going to be thinking it's going to be 3v3. Little did they know.
Yeah, exactly. Of course. Vivi almost looking like he defected over to Entus Force.
And if you're on the Entus Force side, you feel like you're fighting 2v4, and that's the more confusing part.
Yeah, it's real confusing. Okay, finally, Entus Force will have to make a move here. So they're not going to be seen by Vivi, who's just crouching around, wanting to stay hidden for as long as possible. Indigo grabs the first blood here in this showdown. This piece is pro, not exactly pro in that particular exchange.
Keep eyes on Vivi. That's the most important part. He's the joker of this player.
Yeah, well, still hasn't been taken down just yet. Oh, that's a great shot, but it's not enough. General Gaming going to fall down.
I feel like this is going to happen.
God,
this is going to happen.
The circle is going to kill it. That's going to be it.
Oh, it was Armory Gaming in the end, though.
They did manage to grab it. Vivi, he survived for so incredibly long, but Armory Gaming coming out on top, and that is so many points. I believe like at least 20 points for that first round for the unknown team coming in from Thailand.
And it could have been Vivi one shot away from getting 10 points for his entire team, just literally cheesing through that game. Goes in unnoticed, brilliant play to sneak in on that one right behind the house of Entus Force and Armory Gaming. I told you they were just going to go at each other. It became almost that scenario where Vivi just came in as that cheeser in the end. Got that one more shot, he would have been gotten the 10 points.
And the rest of the Entus Force players would have been kicking themselves because that position, the circle at the end was so good, but only having the 2 players alive meant that they couldn't capitalize enough on what was such great positioning. And because there were so many left alive, the sight lines were too many, and they didn't have enough eyes in order to get everything working out for them. Still, a great finish for them. Lots of kills coming in for OGN Entus Force, which is the team that didn't change up the roster. Things were still looking solid. This is a team that was 3rd in the qualification rounds. We ended up sending both Gen G teams, but if we could send 3, would have been OGN Entus Force as well. So excited to see what we can find out from them as we move into the next round and see whether, you know, OP Gaming can actually place somewhere good.
They just need to know that top 3 in the bottom is not necessarily a good thing, but you gotta be at least like OGN Entus, trying to get top 3 in the top of the ranking.
It's not a race. It's not a race. I'm gonna check out some of these highlights here. 4 AM did start off very, very nicely, but this is where things all started to go wrong for OP Gaming. That was just some really nice shooting from BSG Luna, who did get a lot of kills this round too.
And BSG Luna did a very good job of cleaning up. Once again, you're going to see another cleanup duty from BSG Luna after all this fight is done over with. And Purple Mood splitting up 2-2 wasn't the best situation to go with. And Crest Gaming really punishing him hard on this one. And it's the last man, no problem there getting the PNDS. But altogether, it was going to be Rangers trying to get this shots onto Myth, but who did punish them in the very end was not the best of chances for Rangers to finish off that job.
Yeah. Gicken showing us that he still does have the moves, still does have that aim that he was known for on Detonator, but it's another disappointing situation for OP Gaming as Suck really punished that rock. That meant that Myth were able to take them down.
And I feel like Gicken did all the right things there. I mean, as soon as he saw the knock coming from his teammate, he rushed in to that location, not trying to go for the reds, but trying to find a cover fire for where he knew the opponents was going to lie, and just kind of a little bit mishap in terms of the shooting, but the right idea is that Gicken, you really can't fault this guy for doing the right thing.
Yeah, I like the positioning as well. I mean, rotations are something that we're going to have to look at a little bit more closely, but when you're losing at 20th and 17th place, you're not exactly seeing how we're moving into the final circles. As this was great from LStars, just collapsing on a situation that was certainly one that they weren't expected to be in.
Picking up the scraps is the name of the game, at least for this game 1. So many teams benefiting with so many kills off of that, and we know the primary, basically the only way to get points out of this tournament is through kills, and unless you get first place, you're really going to be stuck with nothing other than that 1 point each time you get that kill mark. The knock is not going to give you anything else, and just the kill all over is what's going to be dependent for the success of this tournament. You know, getting the kills is very well done. No matter how you get it, it's all about who gets it at the end.
Exactly. Doesn't matter how you do it. You can look as flashy as you want, or you could just happen to roam past someone and accidentally throw a grenade and get the kill.
And look how close he is.
No matter what.
Vivi, look how close he is.
Oh, so close. He could have edged that out maybe a little bit harder and then potentially gotten the victory, but hindsight's 20/20. Still an incredible performance out of the SSS player. Second place feels awful. You know, you don't get anything. The winner gets 10 points, and that's 19 to start this one for Armory Gaming. So you can see massive point lead coming in.
And I love the fact that we don't have to do hard calculations with this point system.
Nope.
You can just literally do the elementary 10 plus 1. That is 11.
Yeah, it's like we went from PSS Season 2 where it's like 3,000 points. Whoa. Can they ever eclipse it? Now we've got Armory Gaming, a massive lead with 19 points. It's very different, but still is a gigantic lead, more than double anybody else. And as you can see, Crest Gaming Xanadu, I mean, they went out pretty early on, but they were just taking names across Erangel, so they're able to get themselves second place with this one. And Bonds Gaming Luna, man, really looking good.
And just imagine that VD situation for Triple S if he got that one shot more.
Yeah.
If he got that first place, they would be in first place with 50 points.
Exactly right. They'd be in first place with 16 points.
You're right, yeah.
That's a big swing, big swing. But he was one man, and he probably shouldn't have been the victor in the end. So being able to come in second, being able to grab an extra cheeky kill towards the end was certainly good, but you can see, doesn't actually get you too many more points. What you've got to be trying to do is get into positions where you can gatekeep other teams, get those kill points, and then not rely as heavily on getting the chicken dinner, because it is really difficult to guarantee good circles and good movements. Understanding choke points, understanding bottlenecks, and getting the right rotations are how you're going to be able to lock down the most kills and get the victories here at OSM.
And this is where the format organizer really is emphasizing that chicken dinner.
Yeah.
And just that winner-winner chicken dinner, that the phrase you see at the very end of the game when you do pick up that #1 slot. That's what you're emphasizing with that 10 points. Literally, you can do anything in the world, get no kills, and if you get 10 points, you're going to be way up in the rankings.
Yeah, and it's about survival, remember, so you got to make sure that you're the last man standing, and with this particular format, that's exactly what we're celebrating. But it does mean that if you come second, you feel really, really bad.
You don't feel rewarded for getting second place, unlike the other tournaments out there.
Yeah, not clutching that one out. But guys, we are going to be going to a short break, and when we get back, it's going to be match round number 2, and we're going back to Erangel. It's all FPP, it's all Erangel, and it's happening for another 3 rounds tonight. So I know it's late, but go late with us. We'll be back for round number 2 after the break.
고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT. 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT.
당신의 하루에 청량함이 가득하도록 맑고 깨끗한 칠성 사이다.
무한대로 핑크빛 생기가 돌다. 아이시스 8.0 생기가 필요할 땐 8.0 체크, 마시자 핑크. 핑크빛 생기 에너지 아이시스 8.0.
고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT. 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT.
당신의 하루에 청량함이 가득하도록 맑고 깨끗한 칠성 사이다.
무한대로 핑크빛 생기가 돌다.
Roma, many people, tutti quanti sono qua. And everybody's happy.
아이시스 8.0.
Più vera. Di quella che i tuoi occhi e i tuoi kiss mi sanno dare.
생기가 필요할 땐 8.0 체크, 마시자 핑크. 핑크빛 생기 에너지 아이시스 8.0.
고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT. 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT. 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT. 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT.
Welcome back, guys, to OSM. A very short break this time around. We like to extend them sometimes, but this time we like to keep it as short as possible. And speaking about that delay earlier on, guys, we do have a giveaway. Saying sorry for such a gigantic delay. Just like and follow OGN Global on Twitter and use that hashtag OSM, and you could go into the running to win one of the giveaways. Just as a bit of an apology here for keeping you guys up late. And speaking about being up late, we still have 3 more rounds. It's all going to be on Erangel, and I'm excited, man. We had the one team from Thailand that we didn't know anything about take away the chicken dinner in 19 points in Armory Gaming, and who knows what's going to happen in round 2.
Armory Gaming taking that first place is a big surprise, obviously, but, you know, talking about other teams that could have gotten it, and Triple S was way up there with Vivi at that flank at the very end. The sneaky boy did not get that first place prize and did not really get that 10 points that he could have gotten, and that could have boosted his team's ranking way up there. And
yeah, that would have been first place. That's
and
how
you
that
talk
works.
about 4 rounds deciding a $2,000 winner, right?
Yeah.
And that's all that's more important to that every day we play these scrims for these 3 days for the OSM CRESCENT before we get to the finals and that Saturday and Sunday. Each day is going to be very important to every round counting so much that getting that first place is crucial, and Vivi just one shot away from it.
Yeah, he was so close. And look, we can go back, we can review the VOD as often as we want, but in the end, second place for that team was absolutely amazing. I mean, they were losing skirmishes and then manages to sneak his way in. He was playing very patiently, very carefully up until the very end. Got themselves a bunch of kills there as well, so nicely done for them. They're still in like the top half of the group by the end of it, so that's absolutely fine. Armory Gaming, though, huge congratulations. And they were the team that didn't have the advantageous position after that sort of third last circle. So really good to see that they were able to capitalize from good movement and use the correct timing in order to get towards that compound that was occupied almost solely by Entus Force with the 2 members that were still alive.
And just referring back to the whole entire scoring system and what we expect out of these 4 rounds, right? I mean, we usually had a case where PUBG, second place every single round, probably net to the first place in the end.
Yeah, the Genji Gold method.
It is, and it's been the meta of FaZe Clan and all these successful teams out there in the world, and Genji Gold including them as well. And we're now kind of considering this where second place gets no rewards and first place gets everything. 10 points is huge, and when you're talking about basically a potential 40 points on the line just for rank points and nothing else for anyone that's lower than 1, even second place getting no rewards whatsoever. And that's the most important thing where we consider maybe second place every round does not get you a championship win at the very end, especially 4 rounds. And we're having another difficulty that some players are having a hard time connecting to the servers.
Okay, well, I don't know whether that's necessarily a server issue, so maybe we'll be okay.
Might be a player issue.
Not entirely sure. As you can see on your screen, that's all the instructions to getting yourselves all of the sweet rewards and the apology gift in order, just due to things that have been struggling to start this one off. But I'm a bit worried, Joel, because I can see on our map screen that there is a plane in the air, but we're not looking at it, and that's bringing a tear to my eye.
That's a bit of a Monka-S moment.
Oh, it's the most Monka-S. Unfortunately, it's not actually enabled on the OGN Global Twitch. It's so sad. It's like you want a Monka-S, the lack of the fact that we have Monka-S.
I mean, talk about the pepper hands and feels good, man, all the way. Because nothing really felt good about today's 2-hour delay. And
no,
I don't want to get another 2-hour delay, Atlas, and don't bring it to me on that one.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready for another delay. I can see, hopefully, it looks like there's only a 1 player that may have missed out.
Yeah, that's what we've been hearing. Just a couple of players, not many. But hopefully it doesn't lead to further delays. But we will get further information out to you guys once we do get it. But But what is the most important thing is that we're trying to bring this tournament to life and trying to get this out to you guys. And once again, if you missed out just right on our intro, we did mention that due to the really just further extended delay that shouldn't have happened, obviously. OGN is trying to provide some type of compensation by providing some free rewards over to people that want
prizes.
Just go over to Twitter and just follow OGN Global and just
use that hashtag OSM. That's all you need to do.
And they're all there's gonna be a post right there where you can refer to everything that we're saying right now. Just make sure to like and retweet all that, yada yada, and just leave a comment with anything you want to say. Hashtag OSM in the end of it, and that's gonna be free to go. You're gonna be up for some free prizes, and OGN is really good with that kind of stuff because I think they know that some things are sometimes out of their control, and at least they try to provide some type of compensation.
Unfortunately, the servers are not something that OGN actually helps out with. This is a bit of a spoiler alert, guys. OGN's really, really good at stuff, but we don't actually make the games over here. We just broadcast them, and sometimes just things don't work out. So it's a little bit unfortunate. Plus, this is online. Everyone's playing from home here tonight. There's no one actually here in the Facebook arena that's actually playing on site. So not like PSS, where we did have all of the Korean teams were actually in-house every night, and it was just, the teams from Thailand, the teams from China that were playing from outside of the country. This time around, it's a little bit harder because you're navigating through everyone being on the internet, not actually being here, and it does mean that just inherently you're going to have the opportunity for more problems. That's why offline tournaments are the way to go generally.
It is, but interestingly enough, I don't think we have many implications of online tournaments that's been truly done by OGN in the past, and this might be one of the first ones. And this was supposed to be just an online scrim for these 20 teams for 3 days of 4 rounds each time, right? And just trying to bring to life as to what we can expect out of these 20 teams. But we wanted you guys to be involved in this just by watching with us as to how the teams perform.
We all wanted to watch.
That's all we wanted to do. That's all we wanted to do. But, here we are, just kind of wading through the cracks, trying to make sure we can get to that second game just fine and square. And
the first one, without a hitch. Absolutely fine. We're like, once we sorted everything out, once we got into the airplane, things were totally sweet. This time around, we are going to be loading up the lobby once again, and hopefully we are going to get on to Erangel. It was only 1 player that was missing out, so I have a feeling we are going to be okay. So, fingers crossed. We should be able to get into round number 2 as quickly as possible and see whether Armory Gaming is going to be able to continue the onslaught and see whether OP Gaming can actually not finish in the bottom 15. It's the bottom 5. In fact, bottom 3.
bottom three
For
was where they
both
were. I
teams.
think Rangers finished 18th and Hunters finished 20th. Yeah. Literally the worst team
It's
out
the
there.
worst possible score.
And we thought they were already the worst. But, they changed up the roster to think they were going to get better.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, at least for game one.
I mean,
we
what
can have
is
hope.
it with Taman always being on a team that should be good but isn't?
You know,
That's what he
OP
does.
It's now called OP Gaming Hunters, right? But before then, it used to be called OPGG Hunters, and they were one of the top prospects in Korea. All of
Oh,
Korea.
yeah. I
No
remember
lie.
you were raving about him,
No
Joel. You
lie
were just
whatsoever.
crazy about
Before
him.
season 1 began, I was talking to Atlas all day and every day.
Oh, every day.
Telling him
He'd
that
send me a message every morning. He's like,
I
hey,
sent him
Alice,
cacao every single day.
Yeah. Do you remember the fact that, OPGG Hunters are the best team in the world? I'm like, yes, Joel. Yeah, you sent me the message yesterday. I feel.
How
Did you time that? Was that based on a script that you were just running?
And how wrong I was.
You were so wrong.
I
He was
know.
so wrong. I then
They're
needed
bad.
to send him a message every day saying, "Hey Joel, how about them OPGG Hunters?"
And I told you they were bad. That's what I've been telling you. And I thought they would get better after this rebuild. And
Yep, so did I. I mean, I was on the hype train. I was drinking the Kool-Aid, but
but
it's,
let's not jump to conclusion. It is only game 1.
that's true. That is true.
And maybe they thought to win a game of PUBG they have to finish first.
Mhm.
Yeah. That could be a possibility. Finishing top 1.
I mean, I think that whole game, I think Sexy Pig, he was in 2 rooms
Yeah.
of a building.
Yeah.
That was the entirety of the distance that he covered that game.
It's literally when you're kind of playing computer PC games in your room, right? And just going
Yeah.
to the kitchen to pick
Yeah.
up some Hot Pockets or whatever and just going back to your room. That's all he did.
That's precisely what he did. He managed to find an SMG in his bedroom, which is
That's dangerous.
it's very dangerous. I mean, I'm from Australia. You're not allowed to own guns at all.
Korea too.
I don't
mean,
even
you
understand.
You see all those Korean movies out there, none of them has guns.
Hey, that's true.
Talk about, punching, baseball bats, whatever. You want
Mhm.
anything to commit violence? No guns!
No. There's a lot of whacking people with bits
yeah.
of wood as well in
saw
Korean
that.
movies.
You saw
yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite
It's
good.
good. I like it. I'm a big fan of it, especially Korean spy movies. That's what I'm into. And I feel like we're getting to the point where that's what we need to be talking about, Joel, because
it's better
we've
topic.
been on screen and we don't know anything about what's going on. So, what's your favorite movie? Just in general. Doesn't have to be Korean. But what's your favorite movie?
Don't laugh at me on this one, but it was back in 2000 when I first moved to North America, first moved to the United States, and
Yeah.
that's where I started my non-Korean, English-speaking Joel life,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
2000, 3rd grade.
Okay.
Back in the day where 2000 was all about VHS. It wasn't about the DVD. DVD non-existent anymore. It's all about the Blu-ray. Are we past the Blu-ray?
Yeah, I think it's all about digital. Yeah.
VHS was the time of 2000, and I went to my aunt's house because we took some time to get our own house, and before that we lived in our aunt's house, right? And Tarzan.
The original Disney?
The VHS with that little sticker vinyl that says Tarzan on the little side edges there.
Yeah.
And then it says a big little center mark that says Tarzan. And once you put it in, you see a blue screen on your TV on that little, not even a rectangular TV. It's not 16 by 9 back then. It's 4 by 3.
Your CTR. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when you turn it on,
CRT.
and you play this movie of Tarzan, and they start singing songs by Phil Collins all the way from the first track. First track all the way to the end.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time, purely because of that incredible Phil Collins soundtrack. And they also got NSYNC, Justin Timberlake to come and help out with one of the songs
track
as well.
Track 4.
Oh,
right there.
just magic.
Shibby-doo-bow. It's all the way. That's what they do. That is literally what they do.
Plus, Minnie Driver's voice acting in that movie was
insane.
outstanding.
It was
absolutely
fantastic.
amazing.
And funnily enough, I purchased a car recently. I'm going to tweet about it just a little bit. But, but as on my way, I was actually listening to Tarzan soundtrack.
Oh, you serious?
I did.
Strangers Like Me?
From track 1 all the way to track 6, and I already arrived at OGN.
You'll Be in My Heart?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just some real classics.
You know that
some
one.
real Of course I do. I'm one of the biggest Phil Collins
literally,
fans
when I first arrived in the USA, right, and I had no English knowledge whatsoever. I was just a regular Korean kid who knew no English, and I ran to my aunt's house, and it was always in her master bedroom, right, and that TV was there, and I flick in that VHS every single time. Watched it over 50 times in that 1 week of arrival to the United States.
I think that was about the same age that I was when I destroyed our Lion King VHS.
That's the same concept.
Yeah.
It's the same concept.
It actually broke because we watched it too many times.
Thankfully, the Tarzan VHS did not break, so I watched it the 51st time.
Oh, thank
Good
God.
stuff.
Thank God. I actually, the first time I got Tarzan was on DVD. It was one of the first DVDs that we got. That and Shanghai Noon, another
What's your
classic.
first DVD that you got?
First DVD that I got was Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes.
The classic Nick Cage movie.
I don't think I've seen that
It's super terrible. Got it for free with my DVD player when I
Guess
first
what was
bought
my
it.
first DVD?
What was it?
El Dorado.
Oh, the Road to El Dorado?
The Road to El
Damn,
Dorado.
you're good at animated movies, Joel. You're
Yeah.
real good.
Disney and Pixar has served me well over the years, and this is
Yeah.
where I am today. Thank you, Disney and Pixar.
Oh, man, Road to El Dorado. What a classic. That one's
Hey,
brilliant.
we're in the game!
Hey, we are. We're counting down. We got 10 seconds to go. We were talking about movies for a really long time, but thankfully, we've got a second round of OSM to come to you. It was snuck up to us because there's no music. But here we go. Finally, in an aeroplane, into the sky for round 2. Here we are on Rengo.
Armory Gaming picking up that round 1 victory.
Oh, yeah, that was who won. Cool,
That
cool.
was who
Good,
won.
I remember
and,
now.
You know, but we don't get to get the excuse. This time it wasn't a 2-hour delay. We don't get to excuse to forget everything from what happened in the previous moments. But we are here with DMG trying to start us off, see where they landed. I didn't even see where they landed in the first round because it weren't the team of interest.
No.
But now they are. You see the observers kind of already focusing on them, see where they're going to land because maybe they even forgot what happened in the last game.
Yeah. Armory Gaming historically like to land around Pachinki sort of area. A little bit more southern than that, but checking out 211 right now. SSS, another team with a bit of hype behind them, coming in second. Despite that, not getting you any points certainly did mean that they were exciting to watch.
Triple S was one of the favorites by the experts here doing the analysis, just looking towards the fact that
we're doing
they
it again.
are so good in FPP. But talking about two teams who have done it in the past, BSG Luna and OG Gaming Hunters. If it ends out as it did in round 1, Sexy Pig should be all alone in his computer room once again.
Well, we'll see whether they can actually turn it all around this time, because that was absolutely despicable first time around.
What do you say?
This time, I think Sexy Pig's actually been able to find himself some farm.
Okay.
Gets himself a shotgun this time instead of his SMG, but he'll be all right.
Good old Sexy Pig likes his shotties, and not gonna like that circle though. That's not gonna be
Yeah.
landing
And
anywhere.
also, Entus Force not going to be too happy about losing Indigo, who was alive until the very, very end of the first round, and he's already been knocked in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Sure thing, and it's not gonna be killed off quite yet.
Yeah.
So Indigo kind of separate away from the rest of his teammates. Entus Force, good prospects from what they were able to get done in round 1. It's not
Yeah,
gonna
that
be-
split is not helping them at all, so
Look
they
at that.
will probably lose him as Mango's going to go down as well. DMG just trying to prove that Armory Gaming are no joke, continuing the momentum moving forward. That's 20 points now on the docket for them.
And you know what the surprising fact is, you know, something I really didn't know until someone did tell me, was that Thailand, the primary game mode that everybody plays in that land of Thailand, is FPP.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
non-PvP, you would think.
Oh, okay, here we go. This is the OP Gaming Hunters that we wanted to see, and it's Taman that gets rid of Isco. They'd already got that first knock onto Aqua 5. That was cold. That started things off. Entus Force able to get something back here as well, as Yoshi is going to get knocked down as well, but he should be okay. This is a disaster now for BSG, and they wanted to just run it back. They wanted to do it again like they did in Game 1, but they might be the team with 20th place this time if 1K isn't able to escape successfully.
Yeah, that's the typical Juan K just running away from the situation. Good stuff there, but like I said, OP Gaming Hunters finally picking up the scraps, trying to see what they can make out of it. Triple is finding a little bit of casualty towards Curious already.
Yeah, Sasa actually already taken down by Curious, and Curious was the first man down.
Draft,
For-
what are you doing?
Kongdoo is Aqua 5. He's going to get taken out. Draft is just chilling out in a building saying, guys, why'd you have to die so early on in this game?
Sensei Draft is just going out of his location, just trying to get away from the 4 members of OP Gaming Hunters. You do not want to fight against these guys now. Bloodthirsty after that first 2 kills. It's going to go for more, obviously, but looking towards Sexy Pig, his leadership just brings a lot of fire into the kind of the attitude that your team is trying to bring to this game of PUBG. But
And Taman was already there, so that's a
Oh.
lot of spitting hot fire, Joel. You're exactly right.
it's pretty lit.
Mm-hmm. It's a bit on the nose, but I like it regardless. iFTY, a team that was pretty quiet in round number 1.
A team that wasn't
following them
quiet,
up.
Grim Reaper.
Yeah, Grim Reaper, fantastic positioning towards the end.
Good stuff. This is good stuff.
Oh, Wesker, can he actually grab this one? Nope, doesn't look like it.
If it wasn't a Tommy gun, he
Yeah,
definitely
exactly.
would
He
have
just
gotten the kills.
has the worst possible weapon
Tommy
for
gun is
doing
actually,
anything good.
Tommy gun is actually really, really good after that SMG buff that really had the readjustment.
I just can't get it out of my mind that it's terrible though, Joel. That's my problem. I'm an AKM boy.
It has a bad name, Tommy gun. I don't think I would want my first.
If you like old gangster movies, it's got a fantastic name, you know?
If it was Tom gun, I would like it.
Yeah.
Tommy gun, it kind of washes off.
I think it all depends. Is
I think so.
okay, Lynn's just gonna murder himself. That's not great.
Yeah, we don't want to promote that action.
No, that's not so
anybody?
good. That's not so good.
Okay, you see Juan is completely separated from draft. Just literally going their separate ends.
Yep, they've defected from BSGL because the start of this game, absolutely terrible. Pure Boy just punching around, still hasn't found anything yet.
He's bored.
What have you been doing, man?
He's bored.
Okay. Well, LStars, also a team that didn't necessarily have the greatest performance, but their ability to storm a compound was impressive in our first round, so we'll see whether they're going to continue that style of play. So 1K going to park his Dacia around here and see if he can get some more loot from the area. You can see very northeasterly circle.
I've had experiences with Juan having bad memory, and he's probably thinking that he's in a solo match right now.
Ah, that's what it is.
He might have forgot that draft exists.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Juan. He's the best.
Hopefully you can just collect some cars, man. Put them together, try and sell them.
You know what? You know, he's done a lot of things in the past, but you know what he's best at? Just being Juan.
Yeah, he is.
He's quite good at being Juan.
Well, checking out the crate. Absolutely no one's here. Grim Reaper might be able to pick that one up, but we're not entirely sure. We'll check back in on that one a little bit later. iFTY taking a little while to get over here and actually start farming, but they're going to do so inside the circle. In the meantime, I mean, we're looking at draft now, but remember these guys are South George. They've got a long way to run if they're going to get back. We'll need to find some vehicles. Draft didn't have any. Is
4 AM's eliminated?
Captain's going to get taken out.
Yeah, 4 AM's eliminated. That's what we got from the
What the heck?
notification on the top.
Really?
Yep.
It says 20 teams still alive. What the heck?
Okay, what is wrong with the notification, please?
That was very strange.
Sure
Tackle
you guys
round,
saw
going to
that.
lose another one, but that's unsurprising to anyone who's seen a tackle round before.
If any of you guys can read Korean, just defend me, as I just saw that on the notification above. Seems like 4 AM's somewhat alive.
Yeah, there's at least someone alive. I think we're fine.
Okay.
ROG Striker. See whether they can find LStars moving on through here. YDD potentially in trouble, but he's not. He's fine. Okay.
Yeah, good old Noel. Brother of Joel. You should be proud.
Is he really? Is that
No,
how? Is
no.
that how brothership works?
My brother's name is Johnny.
Is it really?
Actually. Yeah, it's not Joel. It's not Noel.
Is that why you don't like Tommy guns? You wished it was a Johnny gun instead.
I would have want my brother to be I don't think so.
Oh, it depends, you know. If he's fighting for good,
It's fine for justice, you say.
yeah, he's fighting for justice. Let's draft. Oh, he's going to cop some return fire here. Does have to be careful. Remember, he's a one-man army at the moment.
We're looking at this. Purple Moon really just traveling afar, and we see, can understandably, see all these teams just trying to travel to the next circle. It's going to be a long, long travel.
Yeah.
A lot of these teams out there.
Speaking of long, long travel, it's Kongdoo Reddot that still haven't left military base, so it's going to be
They're fine.
a long run for them to get back up there as the blue is slowly closing in.
Kongdoo Reddot has teleported. It's fine.
Yep, and they're also, you know, they're certainly decked out when it comes to the loot after having pretty much sole occupation of the area. Curious, making sure everyone gets the hell out.
Team that's not doing fine. Sigua.
Well, Rangers, another team, you remember, they finished 18th place. Breakneck's going to be able to take down a member of LStars. Nicely done.
You definitely got the coaching staff to tell the right message that you're not supposed to.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
You're not supposed to finish at top 3, but you're supposed to last.
It's top 3, not bottom 3 guys. And they're like, oh, it's been a while, you know.
It's been fun.
Well, 4 AM proving that they are still in the game, Joel. Going to
Yeah.
be taking some shots. Long not able to get them. His namesake as far as distance of shot, but not able to actually land too many of the bullets.
So buggy notification confirmed. No problem with that. As long
That's
as
so weird. We haven't had any problems so far today. Is Yak going to try and find some of these shots as well?
Good one, Atlas.
Sometimes you just got to laugh. He's He's unable to finish that one off. Entus Force. Still 4 men alive. Got a few early knocks, but otherwise things are okay.
And Entus Force, they're feeling pretty good about themselves in terms of what they could do from their positions. And already within the circle, just hanging around the edge and trying to go for any of those outside intruders. And still have many teams out there who are making the late entrance count. SnakeTC just coming in, and Triple S is there as well. BSU Luna, you're talking about Juan and Drought, forever separated.
I like how we're following CN, and we had a few of our players need to change their names up a little bit here.
Oh, yeah.
And
What's
changed
his
his
real
name to CNN. His name's CN, but now he's CNN, which is just brilliant.
Little does he know. Little does he know.
He's giving us the news. He's giving us the news, man.
He's still alive.
He's a broadcaster you can trust.
You know,
See whether he's going to deliver us all of the information that we need.
I think I've heard CNN say that he's still alive.
Yep.
I've seen that heard before.
Right now he's also driving, trying to hang out with YDD. And
all these names.
The names are just great. Chinese teams just pretty good at getting good names. Do you like how on LStars you've got CN, YDD, Easy, and then Carl Juga? You know, like, there's just not really much of a naming convention. And speaking of convention, Draft just sitting in his house.
Again?
But he's just getting broken into here by the Hunters. Can't even be bothered dealing with him, as I believe.
Oh, Cold is going to go for the kill here. No questions asked here.
Draft does at least smoke himself out. Remember, he opened the windows. He is going to be okay. It's not like he's going to suffocate, but Draft is actually looking to get out of here. As the frag grenade goes off, good timing from Draft, but now he's out in the open. And Cold should be able to get in here as well. Remember, the smokes are in there. We disabled the vision, but
that's the one.
Oh, God. He's sitting on it. He's trying to save himself, and he's just dead. Okay, Draft to be taken out. So now you've only got Juan K.
Oh!
Juan K is actually going to turn up and does find
Eh?
Cold. Gets him down as well, as Taman's like, oh, well, this wasn't supposed to happen.
Through the smokes.
Oh, God.
Juan actually did something right.
Well, he's going to have to do a lot right now, Joel, because he's the last man standing and he's inside the blue. So
And he collected a point.
He did collect a point. They had a decent round first time around, too. So
Did.
we're not complaining too much if you're a BSGL fan. To get past the ruins is the Darcy crew over here in terms of Snake. Great position at the moment. Huge high ground advantage is 211. Does go by unnoticed.
Yeah, with an emoticon like that, you're definitely going to go unnoticed. Zorz is trying to get away as well. You see Yak and the rest of Entus Force just trying to get to their own position, trying to go for these houses. Pretty good position in my mind. Yeah, here.
So there you can actually get this. UAZ going to be absolutely fine though. Just gives up. Utilizing that coveted mini everyone's been seeing. FTD actually should be able to find the Jesters, and Zorz is going to go down first up. Not in the greatest of spots position-wise, but being surrounded here as Gicken's going to go down. Pure Boy finding that one. CGX continuing some pretty good play from round number 1 into round 2.
I mean, Crest Gaming is so composed in this situation where they...
as they suicide out. Unfortunate. It's Mental.
So good.
He's going to get taken out here as well. Pure Boy continuing his onslaught.
You know, when every other team is rushed into a situation, I think CGX, they're so good at being composed and doing the right things at the right time, and kind of proves why they are the best of Japan.
Well, Breakneck. He's going to get taken down. Just a really bad place to bandage. Come on, dude. Out in the open. Suck wants to try and get this res, but remember, Pure Boy is right downstairs.
It's happening again. Rangers in top 1.
Oh, dear. May not necessarily go down, as Breakneck is going to, definitely.
I think it's over. I don't see Suck as the top fragger that he used to be. In Cloud, no, I don't think this is going to be replicated.
Well, he's looking to try and at least get a frag down there and see if he can go for a res, but Gicken is very close to just being straight up dead. Okay. He's trying to go for it. See whether he gets there. Pure Boy standing outside. Kurad not actually going to storm this point, so it is going to be 2 members alive.
This is a different situation altogether when you have 2v2 instead of 2v1, and looking a lot stronger now if you are Giken. Just trying to
Certainly was a gamble for Suck to actually go for that res instead of staying defensive.
Well, he had to, but understandably doing so was the right decision for him there. And Rangers still has a chance to not finish top 10.
Yep. Freecs looking to lose a member potentially as Kongdoo Reddot continuing to play aggressively, but Gicken, he's got himself his meds. He's feeling a little bit better now as Suck just trying to hang out with him. Stay in this one.
You know what's good for Rangers right now is that they're at least very close to the center of the circle, so at least for the next rotation.
Yeah, they don't need to move.
It should be a pretty good variation once the next circle opens up. I don't see them being heavily calmed down, and they might have some time to go with, but look at this.
Oh, no.
Daewee,
even if he gets, even if it's a car that he's driving or somebody else is driving, death by car certainly feels appropriate.
He has always something to do with cars.
Yeah. Well, Pure Boy's going to get taken out, and this is the danger. If you're hanging around one of these compounds trying to flush someone out, your position could be given away. Gicken is going to have to play this one out so nicely. Curad already taken out, though,
CJX
and him and Suck just hanging out.
CJX is done right after that one, and talk about that early aggression that was needed, and they didn't have that if you're Crest Gaming, and should have just went for the Suck when he did have the chance, but was not aggressive enough and take the toll by going out in 19th.
Yeah, 19th place certainly isn't nearly as good as what they were able to get done earlier on. Merrill is finally able to get that kill that he was looking for. A Sexy Pig is going to die to the circle. They were not in a great position, but Sexy Pig dying to the circle sort of outside of any context that we understand is a little bit confusing. Freecs Aries going to get themselves sorted out as, okay, here we are, Armory Gaming continuing to get the kills. You know what? Just everyone not actually firing back here, really. Finally they do. Should be able to get himself to cover.
And this has really been the successful equation in terms of mathematical understanding of how you get kills, is that get the early advantage into a good location first.
Baba just killed himself with a grenade after killing Sexy Pig, and Taman dies as well.
Maybe they had to go to dinner or something. I don't know. It's like
it's pretty late, but I mean that
PM.
did look like inting.
Okay.
It was very weird. Very weird.
10:18 p.m. Is that your typical dinner time, Atlas?
Oh, maybe there's a show on.
You think there's a show?
Yeah, there's a show starting at like, I don't know, 20 past 10 or something like that. That's a weird time for a show to start, but
usually that's 11 p.m. for Korean times.
That was really, really strange.
They hunted themselves.
Yep, that was certainly a thing that was happening. Still, I mean, there are some hunters and rangers alive.
I can guarantee you they were pizza delivery team.
Yeah, pizza delivery. That was.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah. Well, as the circle closes in, everyone's sort of vying for the center at the moment. Going to check in on Grim Reapers via Gukyan, doing some sick moves on his Dacia, roaming through the forest.
Yeah, Gukyan and Shadow are looking good on their position, just trying to sneak into wherever they can feel pretty safe, right on the center dab of the circle, and no problem for them to just stick around and try to wait for any type of hints to go for the next position, but you only see that frag grenades being thrown by just to fake around the fact that there's a lot of action going on here, but little do they know that.
Yeah, so many people all clustered around this area, but so many trees, so little sightline. Can be difficult to Shadow. Wow,
so
that
good.
was one hell of a shot.
This is why I say Shadow just might be the single best fragger we have in all of Korea. And kind of sad that he goes unnoticed because not many people do see that. Look at that 1 second of peak. It's in slow motion.
Yep.
That isn't literally a millisecond of peak, and he takes that shot with a M24.
Yeah, that M24 is pretty damn nice, but in the hands of Shadow, it looks busted.
It's all about the calculator theory. It's not about the calculator. It's about the user.
Yeah.
Calculator can look indeed very, very stupid at times.
Well, attack all around, still in this game, which is impressive. They've only lost one, Burn Afro falling down very early on, as we remember. In fact, both games. I think he might be the designated pizza collector for attack all round. They needed one each round.
He might be. You know, Burn Afro, he might have just died early, delivered a pizza to OPGG Hunters, and the OPGG Hunters had to unlock the door, and they pay for the pizza. Yeah. That's why they had to exit early.
All of these theories. We are going to check out this next circle. Okay, Western. It's going to screw a lot of teams. So everyone outside. Strikers, in fact, going to be the main culprits, as Purple Mood really wanted a northern one.
Really did, and you talked about LStars from earlier trying to get that circle where they can, but all these have to escape now from the northern side, trying to escape down to the south, and have a safe travel path. One of the teams now is Entus Force.
Yep, Snake on the heels here, but good positioning as Entus Force are going to be able to at least stay out of the sight lines of these compounds. No one falling just yet.
4v4.
Yeah, Kale off to the side.
Tian on the back flank. That's going to be an important one here. See what he can do.
Yeah. Baba's going to have to give a lot of information here as well. As
Kale's
Frags
all
are flying
alone.
forward. Yeah, really nicely done, as Kale's actually going to be the man to pick up the kill, but now his position is given away, and like you say, he's alone. But
Kale!
no, Minmi's going to go down as well, and Kale, just a one-man army, deals with it himself. No worries at all. Armory Gaming was so shocked about what had happened, they murdered themselves elsewhere on the map.
Oh no, Kale.
Ah, no. LStars once again being the vultures that they were known for in round one.
Yeah. But really good strats coming in from KO and just going for that one-man flank. And, you know, had 3 men back on cover for Entus Force, but really didn't need it when you have incredible shooting abilities. And when you do, as you do, KO, 4 kills all by himself.
Well, CNN looked like he was fake news as he was taking down YDD as well in a similar position here. As Grim Reaper's really starting to put the pressure on. Just Moment actually secured here by 4AM's Long.
Now KO and the rest of Entus Force are in a tremendous position and just trying to get that house, and already found themselves in the within the circle and not really much to move around anymore, and you really just kicked off the entire side of SnakeTC. Entus Force doing a very good job, rewarded with that huge compound for themselves.
Well, thankfully here for Purple Mood, Boss Sense is eventually rezzed. Merrill knows exactly where they are, though, and the frags are just flying in.
That's over.
There we are. See you later. That is going to be the elimination for Purple Mood. That's probably overkill, guys, but nicely done, Kongdoo Reddot securing that one. What is happening here? Armory Gaming actually the ones to come out. Oh, no! Oh, no! I was ready to call it. I was ready to call it for Armory Gaming, but instead they're eliminated in 15th place. A disaster. They did manage to get a couple of kills there, but that is not what they wanted for round 2.
Yeah, you see Entus Force finishing off SnakeTC, that's fine, but they lost KO in the process, the main fragger, and with that 5 kills, they're gonna be rewarded with it, but you know, losing KO for this late game matchup when basically first place decides all. That's a huge loss for Entus Force.
Well, Strikers, Unsock, not a lot he's going to be able to do to survive from this one as 4AM claim yet another soul. Godby's still alive in this one as well. As you can see, everyone still up for 4AM. Checking out the mansion here.
Yeah, this mansion circle becomes very, very interesting at times, and you would think that it's all about the compound holders, but there's so many big terrains that, you know, goes up and down, and you really can sometimes not expect certain players to be in a certain terrain, and that's the surprise factor. Does go a long way where you think you're really just invincible, you know, when you're in the mansion buildings, but as soon as you have to get out, all those terrain builders, it's going to play a big role here.
Well, Myth are going to be the next one in the sight lines of Kongdoo Reddot. You can see Merrill actually taking some shots here, though, as they're able to turn themselves around. Boyer got 1 knock over on Entus Force, but that was a long-range one. It's not exactly the position they need to be worrying about as Evermore. Still, should be okay here. 4 times on the mini, very powerful.
Kongdoo Reddot did pretty well, if you do remember from round 1, and we're very close if they made some less micro movements that really faulted them in the end. Other than that, I think they did pretty well in round 1 and can really replicate success as they do well in round 2 here.
Well, Shadow looking for something here, but not actually going to find much as there are smokes littering this forest. Grim Reaper still just playing opportunistically. I want Shadow to get another sweet flick on this M24. Another one was so incredibly nice, but now not going to be given those sight lines. Down the other side of the mountain go Grim Reapers.
Grim Reapers and then Freecs Ares outside of circle, just trying to battle their way in towards where iFTY is going to be in, and currently talking about those buildings, feeling like they do hold a high value, but sometimes they really do not, and you have to make a choice if you're Grim Reaper, just finally entering the circle where the Freecs area is kind of far away from it. See Kongdoo Reddot trying to make their way into the circle, just a little bit outside of it, just on the outskirts. With Myth currently on the defending ends here, trying to gatekeep.
Yeah, doing their best to edge a little bit here on the side of Kongdoo Reddot, but it's going to be really difficult. So much open terrain.
Okay.
As Fiachan's going to go down. Remember, this is only a 2-man squad here as Lysfeld, the last man standing. That is going to be that. See you later, Grim Reapers. As Merrill. This position could be really bad for Kongdoo Reddot, but they're utilizing it so beautifully, understanding that their backs are completely free because there's just blue back there.
Kongdoo Reddot just trying to see what they can do. Finally makes the outskirts, literally the outskirts of that circle, just trying to get in time. And Curious just has to smoke around to see what he can get out of these situations. Just hiding behind the buggy, it's not going to be a forever defense tool for him.
Yeah, the rest of Kongdoo Reddot though are just trying to create a distraction here as up and out of the dossier.
Evermore really good flank there, just widening the vision. It has all the sides towards mid, kind of counting the fact that he does have a large scope with him. If he does, that's a huge information boost over to Kongdoo Reddot, who can really wind their flanks and try to look for a better location to go next time around.
You can see right now it is Myth that are the ones throwing a bit of a spanner in the works here for Kongdoo Reddot. So they are looking to try and get through them, but the position of Minoru is something that we have to look out for. He is the fragger for this team. Most of the time, Escalation can pop off, but you got to watch out for Minoru. He can be very surprising where he pops up, and right now he's in position to do that, but I think they have full information. You can see shots flying towards him from elsewhere.
And this is a good movement coming from Kongdoo Reddot. You see Evermore made that first movement to go for that wide flank. Curious joins him now, gives room towards Merrill to join him as well as they continue to provide the fire cover, starting from Evermore. See what we can get done, but this is good movement coming from Kongdoo Reddot. Should be safe for the next time around.
Well, see the circle. Pretty northern, but not exactly favoring anyone right now. Entus Force probably feeling pretty good about its location. Everybody else is going to have to find their way in, and this is going to be the death circle. We're going to see everyone starting to rush, and we have to get out of these compounds, guys.
Yeah, this is where I told you that this was not going to be the safest of buildings once we do get to a time where you have to get out of them. And so many people think that mansion buildings become a high-value tool, especially lately, but definitely not the case here.
A plausible very, very quickly. Gakyeon just going to be taken out. His position given away, but he will be able to just jump off here and try and turn the hunters into the hunted. Secures it. Now, probably going to get taken down. A Shadow, no, he just gets turned on. Lin was in here as well, and Afreeca Freecs Aries. They just chose the wrong building to enter. And it's going to be them leaving here in round 2. 10th place, not exactly great here.
But a plus for Bull does get taken down by Shadow, meaning that he does collect that 1 point before he does go out. So, you know, minimal gains.
That's true.
Collected.
That's like you illustrated in our earlier round. 1 point is better than 0 points.
It is.
You're precisely correct. As Noel finally taken out here, 9th place.
Brother.
ROG Striker is Fit's going to be the one to get it.
Triple A. Go for the 3-man squad, it seems like, actually. So, rushing in towards 4 AM, see what they can get.
Yeah, thankfully with 3 men alive here, could be them actually getting some work done. But like we said, it was going to be a bloodbath. You can see Evermore is going to lock down Minoru, and it seems like Kongdoo Reddot have won the battle against Myth. As tackle round, that was odd. 4 AM pretty damn good at just killing people as they're walking towards their house, but feels like fish in a barrel a little bit too easy for 4 AM there. As Merrill get taken out by Yuck. Is the position actually going to get capitalized on, though, here as Evermore wants to be able to find it?
Yeah, nice shots.
Spit that he's looking for the shots onto as Boya is going to go down.
Homeboy goes down, meaning that the smokes will come up, and it's going to be a little bit of pause before we get to the next one, and Evermore and the rest of Kongdoo Reddot just trying to get the res. I don't think they do, so trying to go for the rest of Myth. It's going to be their next duty in line, but it's going to be in the sniping range, just right around the corner.
Oh, nice work with the frag grenade there from Evermore. Gets rid of Svit, and I believe gets rid of Myth at the same time.
Yeah.
7th position.
14 kills for them already.
Yeah. They've had a really bloodthirsty round. This is something that we know that the team has always been able to do, but now that the roster has been adjusted a little bit to add a bit more Evermore to it.
And it does add a little bit of flair when you do add Evermore to it, and
Yeah, but you just never know what it's going to turn it into, right? And it does
really
look good.
He's really going to promote that action-oriented game where when things go right, he's going to go absolute bloodthirsty. When things go wrong, then he knows how to back off as well. So that passivity, along with the activism, just trying to go promoted by Evermore, is a good strategy of mine to have him as a team leader, to go for the right situation, right time.
Nice shots here from Jeffrey, but unable to actually grab any kills. Just get some damage.
Still surprised that Mansion is still somewhat included in this next circle here. It's a absolute outrage.
Great news for 4AM, who have just been in this building forever, it seems. Speaking of forever, he's got his M24 and he's ready to try and challenge. Okay, FTD, can they actually get themselves something here?
3 Chinese teams on the right side of this corner here. iFTY, FTD, QI, along with 4AM, you did mention earlier. I don't go for any type of snipes is going to be the opportunistic plays here.
Well, Entus Force have split up, got themselves into this circle, and they're very comfortable right now. Indigo just being the insurance policy off to the side. Mill. Okay, just going to med himself up. It's going to be all right. It's his last one available, though.
As long as he doesn't get caught, it should be fine, and I think he's in the clear.
Okay, Evermore, though, taken down by Gaiken. Remember, Gaiken was the guy that was the last man standing for Rangers. Does go down after getting that knock, but it's the blue. The blue is pretty dangerous, and that is going to be Gaiken, I think, picking up kill credit onto Evermore there after he dies to the blue.
Should, and now we're looking towards FTD and also 4AM, the 2 teams that are still alive. iFTY could not survive their valiant effort, but Entus Force, this is another interesting team that's already surviving 3 members on the opposite side of the circle, with these 2 teams trying to find out, decide the winner, and picking up the scraps as we've been saying all day long. Should be another proposition here.
Well, frag flies in, but 4AM not even going to be worried about it whatsoever. See, damn, this 4AM squad has got so many kills this round. A lot of big numbers here. Well, it's only 5. Felt like more. Felt like more. Sorry about that. Baited you guys. But they're going to get another one. They get a lot of knocks because they've been doing a lot of sniping.
Maybe they want to prove you right, Atlas.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Coffee. He's always a man that likes to prove me right.
That's a good thing.
Been commentating that guy since 2015.
Woo.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, indeed. I used to play a different game.
You did. A lot of us used to play a different game back in the day.
Hey, that's true. Donkey Kong Country 2, my personal favorite, is Forever.
Definitely has
to be able to grab that one. That's a really nice flick. M24, of course, doing a disgusting amount of damage as Godby with his Car 98. Oh, doesn't pop the head. Bit of a disaster. Felt like that should have been one to easily catch in that window, but nope, not going to happen.
All of a sudden, we're down to 3 teams with Kongdoo Reddot out of the question. With Curious could not survive for any longer on that one, and Entus Force holding the entirety of that
look
circle.
at this northwestern circle.
It is. And that's what means that FTDQI and 4AM still at each other. Not even looking towards Entus Force.
The PUBG gods have just been smiling down on OGN Entus Force. I mean, remember, this is an OGN event. OGN team.
Hey!
It's worrying as Yaka's going to be able to pick up their first knock. They finish that one off as well, as it's just looking all too easy.
But 4AM, where did they strike here? From the sides, and Entus Force seems like they have no idea of them, but they're trying to find some frag grenades to it.
Well, Songjung is going to be able to continue getting knocks on FTD. We're in a bit of a shambles. 3 members alive here for 4AM, but Godvy's going to get taken down by the frags that Entus Force is throwing in aggressively.
Godvy's out.
Yeah, Godvy's going to get taken down. Nicely done, Indigo. Trying to follow through here with his skull, and Yuck's going to take him down.
They got it.
Oh, getting rid of Forever is such a huge deal. Long has been getting some kills here today,
That's
but
it.
Not necessarily it, as you can see. There he goes. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. OGN Entus Force grabbing the 10 points.
15 kills, by the way.
So many kills. Yeah, 25 points for that round alone.
If they do well, they used to be the best team in Korea just once in a lifetime, and now they're kind of back to the phase where no Gen Gs out there, and putting the Gen Gs aside, they are the best because they were the number 3 seed heading into PGI, and they were excluded of that roster because of the 2 Gen Gs who represent number 1 and number 2, and not many people know about Entus Force, and maybe it's an opportunity now for everyone to get to know them.
Well, we're going to have a look at some of these highlights here. You were talking about the 2 Gen Gs, a few of their players were on your screen just there. As this time around, OP Gaming did better, but doing better than 18th place and 20th place is pretty easy. They still wouldn't be too happy with how this went. Just getting outplayed, to be honest. CGX really putting him in the bin. Stay we? Yeah, dude, you don't get hit by cars. Don't drive cars. You're terrible at that, but don't get hit by cars. Bad news. Don't play in traffic.
Hey, if you tell him not to drive cars and not to get hit by cars, what is he supposed to do?
Yeah, that's a really good point. You can see this was the god tier play from Kale. He did immediately get taken out afterwards.
And just imagine if Kale did not play that off and did not wipe out the multiple members of SnakeTC and did not grab that house because of that result. That could have been a very, very different game for OGN Entus Force, and all the credits going to Kale, picking up that 5 kills early. That
just huge. Nicely done. Freecs Aries. I mean, they had some moments. Shadow displaying exactly why he moved over from Fatal to Aries in this round, I feel, but still not exactly having the amount of frags that they needed, and this was a huge mistake where they just stormed the mansion and got murdered. Really nice play coming out of iFTY though.
And that is a freaking Freecs Aries without Daewee getting hit by the car and getting that one man knocked away very early for no necessary reasons. Meaning that basically Shadow is still a good player, but supported by the wrong players. Once again, as he was in Fatal, over in Aries, it's happening once again.
You can see Gikken, he was able to take down Evermore before he fell, but that was the last ditch effort from him. And Entus Force then decided they'd kill everyone and then take home some chicken.
And that's the important part. Just the context before all this happened was that FTD and 4AM were just at each other for the entirety of that last minutes of the game, and they were just completely enemies to each other, not even worrying about Entus Force, which was their mistakes. And Entus Force, once the circle that came down to them in the very, very end, they take the full advantage of them.
Well, let's have a look at the points, and as you can see, gigantic stuff coming in from OGN Entus Force. This was just for that round, so 25 points is what OGN Entus Force were able to grab just from that one. 1 point per kill, 10 points for the chicken dinner, but Kongdoo Reddot getting the 14 kills will put them well and truly up there in the standings as well.
And we're going to look at some other teams as well. Armory Gaming picking up 4 points is not going to be a huge boost to them after their round 1 success that they did got with that chicken dinner, but otherwise OGN Entus Force, huge round for these guys. And Kongdoo Reddot, I think they're going to be way up in the rankings now, as they are the only non-chicken dinner winner who has collected so many kills for the first 2 rounds so far. Next 2 rounds, I see Kongdoo Reddot winning at least one of these chicken dinners, and they might be able to contest OGN Entus Force quite heavily for that first place of the day. Yeah,
Armory Gaming as well, only able to pick up 4 points here, meaning that they will be eclipsed by OGN Entus Force, as they can only get to 25 points themselves. Actually, no, 23 points. So even in just this round, they are ahead. So OGN Entus Force going to take first place here in the rankings after 2 rounds.
And look at the rankings all together with the first 2 rounds, points combined. And OP Gaming, Rangers, and Hunters, they are not last place. Even after opening door to get the pizza order.
Yep.
Gaming Hunters still
don't understand what the hell happened there, Joel.
15th place. After all that, ROG Striker really making no impact whatsoever. AAA and Purple Mood, they've been feeling the Purple Mood all day for both teams, and that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit of a worry here for OP Gaming, but remember, this is not necessarily the main event. It's the weekend that you've really got to be worrying about. So now, if you're just getting yourselves into the mood, then it's okay to lose a couple of rounds here and there, but momentum is also a huge thing that you need to talk about, especially with a game like PUBG. Like, seeing teams and players get hot and really start taking people down happens a lot, and it can be all tournament long.
Look at that.
Yeah, 31 points for OGN Entus Force. They got a whole bunch of kills in the earlier round as well, as Armory Gaming, like I said, 23 points was all they could get to. They're only 3 ahead of Kongdoo Reddot.
And Kongdoo Reddot hasn't won a chicken dinner, and that's just a win away from Kongdoo Reddot now just eclipsing the board altogether and really clinching that first place. It's no slouch when Kongdoo Reddot without a chicken dinner still holds 20 points altogether, just 11 away. That's a win and 1 kill away, and easily capable of doing that when you are Kongdoo Reddot, who's been looking really, really good today.
Yep. Also, Crest Gaming Xanadu, needed a shout out to them as well. 5th place at the moment with 9 points, but they can still potentially get up top. Guys, round 3 is going to be coming up. Back to Rengo, back to FPP. It's all staying the same. Excited to see who's going to be able to lock down the next one, or whether it's Entus Force continuing to get kills, Kongdoo Reddot continuing to do work as well.
And it should be very, very important to see which teams can continue on the momentum. Only 2 more rounds to decide who's going to be winning out the $2,000 day prize of the day. And it should be very important to see who can carry on this momentum all the way up to Saturday.
Yeah.
To see who is going to be the strongest team out there.
Exactly right, guys. But short break, and we'll be back with round 3.
고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT. 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT. 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT. 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT.
당신의 하루에 청량함이 가득하도록 맑고 깨끗한 칠성 사이다.
무한대로 핑크빛 생기가 돌다.
Roma many people tutti quanti sono qua and everybody's happy.
아이시스 8.0
più vera di quella che i tuoi occhi e i tuoi kiss mi sanno dare.
생기가 필요할 땐 8.0 체크 마시자 핑크. 핑크빛 생기 에너지 아이시스 8.0.
고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT. 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT. 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT. 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다. LG 울트라 PC GT.
Welcome back, guys, to OGN Supermatch. Still Atlas, still Joel. We're still here. It's almost 11 p.m. here in Korea, but we've got 2 rounds yet to go. We'll see whether it's going to be OGN Entus Force continuing to be incredibly dominant, as well as the fact that Kongdoo Reddot have been getting so many kills.
It really did, and that accumulates to a lot of success already in 2 rounds where you didn't even get a chicken dinner, where we think that with this point format, it's all about getting that chicken dinner. That's the most important thing, I believe, when you come about 10 points being given just free. If we're going to get that first place and second place being unrewarded is the bigger aspect of that whole thing, where, you know, you talk about Kongdoo Reddot, if they get second always and always, they will probably not going to win this tournament. And even with all those kills they've been getting, they need to get 1 chicken dinner in the bag, and they do have 2 more rounds, 2 opportunities to get that done. And if they do, I see them as heavy favorites to win out today.
I think heavy favorites, yes, but also I don't think there's as much emphasis on chicken dinner. I think it's all about being able to pick up these kills. Creating moments where you can make skirmishes that you have the advantage in, I think is what really is allowing our teams to move forward. And Kongdoo Reddot have been really, really good at this. What they've done is separated teams, they've edge guarded, they've moved themselves intelligently, understanding the information that they have available to them, and it's been really, really nice to watch. And yes, they haven't managed to pick up a chicken dinner, but they're about to overtake Armory Gaming, and they were our first round winners.
And that's what it means. I think you're on the right path there, Atlas. I think you're just kind of pointing to the fact, if Kongdoo Reddot keeps racking up these kills, 10 per game, and other rounds that you don't see multiple chicken dinner winners, if OGN Entus Force or, you know, talking about Armory Gaming, if they don't get a second chicken dinner, I think you're right. I think you're right to say that, you know, Kongdoo Reddot, as consistent as they were, even without chicken dinner, maybe we might just get another victory from these guys.
Well, guys, no break moving into this one. We are straight there, as you can see the countdown. Ready to hop into this plane, and we'll see exactly what the trajectory is, because it's been pretty sort of straight down the line so far as where we've been dropping everyone off. No one having too much trouble getting exactly where they need to. We'll see whether this one's a little bit more skewed as we tick down to getting in there. I'm excited to see what OGN Entus Force can do this time around, whether they'll continue to show their dominance and consistency. So we get into that plane to launch over Miramar. You can see south to north with a little bit more of a westerly vibe straight over Georgia Pole.
Means that more and more time for the rest of Kongdoo Reddot to have more time to farm out the entire side of Sosnovka military base, and they will be already at work to get that done. And no problem for that, as we see the rest of Georgia Pole is going to be pretty happy with talking about that fight that has been ongoing for the first 2 rounds with BSG Luna and also OP Gaming Hunters with Sexy Pig in that lineup. And it's going to try to hover over the entirety of South Shore and see what they can get.
Wow, there's a lot of people actually down here on Sosnovka Island as well to start this one off. Attack all around, trying to challenge that of Kongdoo Reddot. You can see Evermore jumping in now as well.
The rest of Kongdoo Reddot just already heavy on their heels, trying to just get to
Yeah.
the military base in time. And
Harry's heading over to Novo, of course. But Kongdoo Reddot should be absolutely fine.
yeah, they're good.
Up
And
and into the bunker.
I don't see anyone that's really trying to directly contest them. And all in the Rascal Jester is from the Japan. They're going to be hovering around the south side of the military island. And
Yeah, tackle around doing some trash looting towards the north as
On the
well, so
top
no
end.
one really seeing anything.
really no heavy
Oh,
rivals.
back again. Here we go. Who gets round 3, Joel? Who do you reckon gets round 3?
PSG Luna.
You
Every
reckon?
time.
They can bounce it back. I mean, Hunters managed to win it.
No, but
in
yeah,
round 2.
I might have to take that back because OP Gaming Hunters just had their pizza.
That's true. Have to remember that. Sexy Pig gives away his position completely, but at least he started off shooting.
I talk about giving the position away. They know that everyone is here
That's
in the
true.
South Shore.
I was talking more about the exact location.
There you go. Implications,
Mhm,
all important. We do see Sexy Pig already busy at work, picking up the 7.62. Talking about his situation last time around, round 1, he was left all alone, and we've seen that before with his time at Genji Black. But with his new team, he's looking for a change. He's looking for a different understanding of what he can achieve in this competitive PUBG scene in Korea. He's a great player individually, but never really achieved huge amounts of success, especially internationally. And
Yeah.
of all the praise that he's got domestically, I think he wants to kind of replicate that further and further. In this new team, he really just has his high hopes, thinking that he can do well in this new organization.
And also got a lot to prove to himself as well. And you need something tangible to really guarantee that you know that, especially when you've got such high expectations. Cold wanting to try and take down pesky VSG players, as Aqua 5 is going to give away that Isco and him are in that building.
It's going to be the first hints going towards this South Shore fight. Has been ongoing for the first 2 rounds, now on to the 3rd round, and Isco looking towards that direction. And
It's a dangerous little poke.
but he knows that he's been shot from the other angle, so kind of counting on his luck, counting on his chances that he won't be spotted on that one specifically. But Taemin and Bappo traveling together with Cold and Sexy Pig on the sides. And it's a good play where Aqua 5 and Isco's trying to do the same, and trying to equal on number is a good line of thinking for OP Gaming Hunters.
Yeah, you can see Cold here, closest player on your screen in the draft hut that Draft was in round number 1 when they were able to take down OP Gaming Hunters.
Yeah, the draft hut did not look so good in
No.
that round 1, but now we're in round 3. New line of thinking all together, and you see the shots coming through. Isco.
Yeah, Cold's just going to go down. They knew about his position, and they finally took him down.
I told you.
Babo as well, he's going to get knocked, and this is really, really bad because Cold's all on his own. That is definitely just kill money going over to Draft.
Yeah, that's a dead Cold right away, but Taemin is going to go for the rest. Sexy Pig finally coming on that emergency cover, and Juan is just all alone. He's just literally looting the apartments. He's not even caring about this battle altogether. It's the literally 3v4 that started off, but look at this one.
Okay, Armory Gaming going to find Mango.
He doesn't know. He does not know.
Yeah. He's going to wander in. You can see General. Don't know whether he is actually going to go out there because he didn't know how many people were actually in that situation.
Okay. Why do you send another member
Pieces
here when
Pro.
you're trying to go for the sneak play in?
Okay.
Pieces Pro, I just don't get this line of thinking from Armory Gaming when you kind of just waiting for Mango
Does he want to feed himself to Mango?
to loot that house and go over to the next house where General Gaming could have got a very, very easy sneak kill. A little bit rushed there from Armory Gaming, if I have to be honest.
Well, he's going to drop off all of his buddies. Mango is at least going to try and get one, but it's just a bit of a team kill situation here, as that certainly isn't good news. Mango eventually does go down, and it is going to mean we're even.
Oh!
That was a really nice knock onto Hunsok there.
Okay.
Sparrow's going to go down as well, so nicely played, Armory Gaming. I mean, we questioned them. Maybe we shouldn't have.
I think that's the right idea when you do bring 2 more members to go for that 3v1, knowing that Mango was all by himself. So, but other than that, good instinctual plays to go for those additional knocks there onto the side. ROG Strikers, and look who's left. Brother Noel.
Oh no, not Brother Noel yet again. Joel and Noel at it again. This is why we're not talking about ROG Centurions. It's not, sorry, ROG Striker. It's just Noel.
It is no.
He's not going to be able to save Hunsock at all.
And no, and based on my abilities, based on my knowledge, he's not going to survive for very long here, because it feels like Hunsock definitely will not be res here in General Gaming. Just trying to go for the early kill. He knows he's going to guarantee it, but just trying to make sure that Hunsock gets no possibilities of getting res and just makes his lifeline a little bit shorter.
Yep, all too easy. General Gaming's going to even safely loot him as well. 10 seconds. We are going to be spotting where our next circle is going to be.
Why did he feeling the mosquito bites left and right as he drives over to that UAZ and trying to just find out the early scouting. It seems like he's the first man out and everybody else is falling back right behind him. And see what we can get. Seems that Carl Sigua has already made his tracks a bit earlier than he did, but the other two members, CNN and Easy, are following suit right behind him.
Well, found what? Just going to be continuing to trash loot around this area. It is a very farm-centric circle, so great position at the moment.
And this is the front man for LStars, Carl Sigua, now finding that the entirety of Armory Gaming is going to be already within those flanks. And now sending over information back over to YDD, Easy and CN. It's going to be them trying to just find out, just around that location where they're sitting right now, trying to find out as their new homestay.
Yep, getting the rest of the guys out there. Checking out Armory Gaming a lot here, guys, because it's a relatively new team for us here. As far as Korean PUBG is concerned. Excited to see what they're going to be able to do. Second place at the moment overall is, okay, Tianchan, you have to be careful, buddy, that he is going to be.
Doing pretty well to just escape all those bullets coming through. And very fortunate to get out of that one.
All right, nicely done here as SSS continuing on their onslaught as well. Damn, Sasa. That's some deserved 2 points that he picks up for himself.
And those are some sexy shots coming from Sasa.
Yeah.
Tian Tian.
Immediately just going to get taken down. So it's a bit of a buzzkill there.
It is, but picking up the scraps. We've been saying that all day long, and Tian Tian once again added after Triple S feeling pretty proud of themselves for going those kills early, but
well, Triple S, they do have every member here, and remember, 2 of the Snake members just died, so they'll have to really outplay if they want to see this one. As 211 sets up his sights yet again, switching on over, didn't know who to kill, but he's going to be able to take one. Thankfully, for Snake, they're able to actually secure the knock and kill. Otherwise, that would have been a real problem. You can see BSG Luna once again doing battle against the Hunters. Is Barbar's going to go down?
I think they're out. I think.
Sexy Pig is
now
eventually dead. Aqua 5 is going to secure it. 20th place once again for OP Gaming Hunters.
Can OP Gaming Hunters get last place? Might be the objective of the day. As we get back the action towards me.
Oh dear. Just not super great news for OP Gaming. iFTY though, nicely done. FTD taking a few casualties at this point in time. SSS continuing to take down Snake members, and I think that is Snake in 19th place. After all's said and done.
Rangers trying to just get the shot towards Curad and miss out on that one, Breakneck.
Yeah, not able to find it. Only a 4 times on that one. Just not quite good enough.
They are on the outside of the circle as it is closing in, so those teams that we were looking at are CGX and also Rangers, and now we do see a little bit of FTD. All of them outside the circle, a little bit north of Yasnaya. Means that they have to make a movement in, and it will be tough with all these locations where it's been hovering around for all these 3 teams here.
You can see Curad just didn't want to go toe-to-toe. Okay, the rest of his team is here. Grim Reaper's nice position at the moment, about as centrally in the circle as you can possibly get.
Centrally in the circle, indeed. Fiachan did not go boom as he did in the last round. We don't want to see Fiachan go boom every single round.
Yeah, thank goodness.
He's here.
Well, let's hope that... oh wait, no, we've already seen OP Gaming Hunters go boom.
Oh,
they are well and truly boom. Did they have another pizza coming?
No, they went boom. They went boom, and that boom...
That wasn't self-boom. It was everybody else killing them, that kind of boom.
This happened in round 1. And they thought they won out in round 2 and killed themselves in round 3. Same thing, same story as round 1. Just same old.
A little bit problematic. Not as much for iFTY, who have been able to pick up a whole bunch of stuff so far. Godby's going to get taken down by Breakneck, though, as the Rangers looking to prove themselves. Just a bit of a falling out of a car, which is a problem. 4 AM captain.
Bit of a gold V moment right here.
Yeah. Yep. The gold 5. But certainly not a bad situation here for OP Gaming Rangers.
And you do mention Hunters kind of accidentally there, but they're still non-existent as they were throughout the entire day. And now we look at maybe, you know, what Sexy Pig is thinking through his head right now. You know, he just made a transfer from a major organization, from Gen G Black, who just participated in PGI in Berlin, and does transfer over to OP Gaming Hunters in big hopes. That he's going to be in a better spot to work with, and wonder what he's thinking after these 3 rounds, though.
Well, I'd be a little bit worried. I'm going to have a look at Myth. See whether they can improve their prospects as well, Joel, because I had some high hopes for them. Not really happening. Entus Force has been relatively quiet so far this round.
This might be the one they have to start acting, because Yak and KO just going over to these houses with Indigo and something they're following suit. This is the center of the circle where a lot of teams going to be clustering over it, and you already see kind of the invitees coming in from Grim Reapers here.
Well, you can see Entus Force not wasting any time, already starting a firefight here. Earlier on, still seeing Purple Mood doing a bunch of work up in that kill feed, but it's Indigo that we're checking out now. It just doesn't quite know where he wants to start firing at because so many people are starting to let loose. And the circle's starting to get a little bit tighter.
And that was an opportunity for Entus Force to collect a few more kills there. A little bit more than 0 would have been appreciated by this team.
Well, great position once again for Entus Force, but Freecs area is very, very close. Armory Gaming, another opportunity for them to really capitalize as we're looking to see where the next circle is. The blue's still encroaching. A lot of our teams vying for position.
I do see the current circle holding a bit of Nova Rapnoye and a bit of a Sosnovka Island altogether, but it is a small percentage as we can predict that the next circle will probably be around mainland Erangel, but if at any chance it doesn't fall towards mainland Erangel, it does go towards that little piece of Sosnovka Island that is currently available, that could mean trouble for a lot of the teams that have already invested north.
Well, Sucker's going to get rid of Minoru at least for the moment. See whether Myth can actually regroup, because they were trying to make a rotation, but the Rangers have caught them. Escalusia, he's taking fire. Suck setting himself up behind these rocks really nicely. Oh, doesn't get it. Very, very close. It's not necessarily the fragger is Suck, but would have really liked to have been able to get that one.
I mean, you know what it is, though? You know, back in Cloud9, he used to be the best fragger in that team, and of course now coming into this new team of OP Gaming Rangers, that guy, Giken, definitely will not be rivaled by the likes of Suck, with Giken doing so well for himself. But look at this one.
Lin, that's called a face check, and that ain't great. He's just going to lose his car as well, just straight off the cliff.
Yeah, Mills backing off.
Yeah.
Good call.
Lin did eventually fall down, as you can see. 1K, he's going to die as well to SSS. Elsewhere on the map, but Boya, on your screen right there, gets taken down by Aaron Siegel. Absolutely fantastic name. Very confusing like when compared to the rest of his team.
Nationality, a bit conspicuous.
Mm-hmm.
He is a Chinese player from iFTY, Aaron Siegel. Very close witness there, but look at this, Escalusia.
Yeah, Boya getting double knocked here as Escalusia's going to get taken down by Giken. Entus Force, OP Gaming, just surrounding the Myth players.
As Fit is the last one. He has to be the one to survive and at least trying to get the res on the homeboy. It's the best he can do. He does finally get it, and Giken and the res. Look at that, just continual effort.
The Rangers just basically picking up everything. Boya does eventually get taken down. Aqua 5 is taken out as well, though, as you can see elsewhere on the map.
This is absolute bullying coming in from OP Gaming Rangers.
Spit. He's like, oh, guys.
Just trying to get the res on.
Yeah. I don't think he's got anyone else to res.
That's Giken. You can see his eyes hungry for blood there. And see, the next circle did open up. Does still include a bit of Sosnovka Island. So if anyone wants to camp around the area, kind of namely the Kongdoo Reddot, with Curious still there. But the other 3 members made their way north onto the other side. And See what they'll make out of it.
Yeah, very central circle. So much river available as Fit does go down 18th place. For Myth, that felt like only a matter of time. As, okay. Draft is going to fall as well, meaning that Bond Spirit Gaming Luna are going to be in 17th place.
I'm kind of surprising that OP Gaming and Rangers. I don't think they were necessarily clean in their executions, but still survive with 4 members. See how far they can get.
Tackle round looking for the Grim Reapers. Seems to be their playstyle, looking for the Grim Reaper generally. They look somewhat suicidal in a lot of their plays, especially when they were over here for previous tournaments. See if they can actually find anything here. Semiotica.
Burn Afro, first one to die again.
That's what he does. Well, at least he's only knocked. Maybe they'll be able to regroup. But the fight certainly is on here as the Grim Reapers really want to defend this area. Should be able to. Semiotica not actually looking like he really has much of a plan here. He's just going to hard break into this house.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, finds it. Nice positioning. Turns around. Semiotica is able to do it. Gets the knock and gets the kill. Some much needed points here for a tackle round.
Semiotica, can he get out of this one? And everybody else is already making their ways forward. And Icefeld is going to be down in.
Well, Burnafro is actually able to grab that one. So that means that the rest of AA are going to be able to make their way over here.
Oh, bad play,
that's
Fiachan.
just real bad.
That's Fiachan went boom again.
Well, that's 15th place as well, as at least the Grim Reapers can go to exactly where they generally go. Where does it, once a Grim Reaper claims a soul, do they go to the underworld with them or something like that? I don't quite understand how Grim Reapers work.
Not really an expert on that theory, but
yeah, sorry, Joe.
It's fine.
Well, CGX, haven't heard much from them so far. They have been pretty high up on the action early in these rounds, but so far in round 3 hasn't been the case.
Crest Gaming Xanadu.
Yeah.
Just trying to hover around the cliff.
We'll find some Rascal Jesters though.
He does.
As Ares is looking for the sidelines.
Rascal Jester and see Japan versus Japan. See what they will make out of it. Seeking Jaws and Kadetsu. They're all in the flanks here. Miso Lemon's going to be there as well. So Crest Gaming, as passive as they always were, see them once again just trying to get at least a little bit of vision, but otherwise not go for a huge type of action.
Well, Captain here for 4 AM. They'd already unfortunately lost Godv, but oh wow, that's a really good frag. Is Captain even able to grab another one off the other side? Sasa going to go down is SSS.
Oh!
You are well dead, my friends. A little bit of kill stealing going on here as Forever does actually get taken down, but finally Vivi gets taken out. That is going to be 13th place.
All of a sudden?
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, and
hey, but Forever got taken out by Vivi at the end there, so
then
didn't go down without a fight, and that means that 4 AM may only have 1 or 2 alive.
That boy Vivi knows how to make an impact. Remember, he was the
he
round
knows how
one
to go out swinging. We know that much.
round 1 survivor. Almost got his team the chicken dinner.
They are the Super Survivor Squad, remember? We didn't know that it was only Vivi that deserved the name.
Definitely.
He's proving that at the moment.
Entus Force, quick entry into this next circle and getting a good position, sort of on the left of where they stand. And Kongdoo Reddot very close by, and Evermore leading the charge once again. And see.
Yeah, they've got a lot of gatekeeping they can do here, right on the edge of the white.
And no kills.
Yeah. Oh wow.
First one might come here.
Well, it is going to be Evermore knocking a couple. They'll finish them off immediately. As Merrill and Evermore secure it. So you say no kills, now 2 kills.
Evermore.
See whether that means more on the way.
Evermore with the classic kill steals, as he always does. And Curious.
Perfect,
Trying
but
to go for more.
yeah, these are called fish.
Oh, this is bad.
Ducks in a row.
Oh, no.
My God. It's a lot of damage, but hasn't actually got many knocks just yet.
Curious, are you serious?
He hasn't found him.
Oh.
Not happening. That's a purple mood situation.
For a Kongdoo Reddot, that's the wrong way around. And Curious might die.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yoshi's going to grab it with a frag grenade. So he had about as many heads as he liked just lined up in a boat and decided instead he's going to die.
And he's underwater. No way for him to get survived there.
Yep. Yoshi just comes over, grabs the extra point, says thank you very much.
Curious. I know he's going to have a hard time.
Curiouser and curiouser, my friend.
He's gonna have a hard time sleeping on that one tonight, and he knows that he was literally standing on a golden goblin treasure pack
Purple Mood thinking about hopping in the boat yet again, but I think it's still a bad idea as Captain and Long are still alive, so 2 members for 4 AM are up.
Well, they have to somehow get away from all this and see the raining bullets coming in from Rascal Jesters.
Yeah, feeling a little bit like Normandy here for Purple Mood as they are at least going to get to the beach, but there are so many. See you later, boat. And Rascal Jesters able to take him down. And that was just, sometimes getting on a boat is a good idea. You know, you're going fishing with your dad or something like that. Yeah. Sounds like fun. Sometimes when everyone has assault rifles and everyone is going to be on the other side of a river wanting to kill you, it's not the greatest time to get in a boat and make a lot of noise.
What do you feel better of? Do you feel better that you killed Curious 4v1, escaping that kill situation where the boat literally could have exploded, or?
Yeah.
Oh man, Captain.
Well, he's going to get knocked and taken out. He's just, he was trying to swim in the sand. Well, sometimes you just need a bit of a sand party, I guess. And that's 4 AM. They're eliminated. 11th place for them. As our CGX continuing to take fire.
The smoke over a dead body, a pure boy. Interesting.
For how many times have you died so far? Very impressive. As okay, OP Gaming Rangers are going to jump in. They're looking for some of this action.
That's a really good aggressive toll as they do have the full squad to work with. They feel the confidence to just rush in, not feel scared of anyone that possibly could be here. And
they can hear the firefight that's been happening around here as well, as CGX have really been at the forefront of everyone's mind. Crest Gaming struggling in this particular round. Curad will get rezzed, so they've only lost 1 thus far. But you can see Gicken getting some high ground advantage off to the side. FTD, see what they can actually get done here. It's only Jeffrey alive. And 0 kills to their name, basically being a passenger so far this round. I don't know whether they're going to be able to get anything. Entus Force just trying to find more kills. So far this round, only 4. That could certainly improve. 32 still up for grabs.
KO's trying to make sure that does change for Entus Force. And Indigo picking up 3 and KO picking up 0. It's going to be just another wake-up call.
Yep. He likes to, he's a bit of a late bloomer when it comes to these rounds anyway.
He's quite good at multiple things,
yeah. Rascal Jesters continuing to try and get some work done here. 4 kills, and that was all from the team kill. They managed to get onto Purple Mood.
That was the Golden Goblin monthly package that you can get for free if you have the plenty of 7.62 rifles. Just trying to go for all those shots and the 4 kills. Look at this one.
All right, the Rascal Jesters going to fall down to AAA here. Double knocks coming in as they've only got 2, but they are going to storm the house. Marin eventually taken out here as Neotica. Does need to be careful. He's good at these inside the house fights, but not this time around. Kendasu's going to be able to pick that one up all too easily. Yes. Evermore, this is not the right kind of ride that you wanted to go on. Oh, he's going to survive for the moment, though. Does finally get taken out as Merrill. He's knocked as well. Boise, can he be the hero?
Oh, my.
Oh, God, he might actually be able to get this res as well as Carl. Carl, are you going to be all right? He's lying down, trying to escape as Kale desperately wants to be able to get one of these kills, but it's Gicken off to the side, miles away, that's actually able to grab easy. Mackenzie steals away the kill money.
Carl Siegel and CN just trying to use the best of what they can get out of these the hills right up on the shores and just trying to heal up as they just move forward. Still way outside the circle as the circle is closing in, and that's a long way to go, but KO and the rest of Entus Force finding it very, very nice with their positions to get more kills on the books, and all these teams are in. It's only LStars that are just trying to make their way into the next circle and finding a difficult time to do so.
Yeah, not a lot of openings and areas that they can go into as well. A lot of information had because there's been so many of these skirmishes, but the information they have is we don't have anywhere safe to go. Indigo, another player with nowhere safe to go, as he's going to get at least knocked for the moment. Yuck's able to get some work back. Double knocks coming in here onto Entus Force, though, and that could be bad news for these guys.
Yeah, Freecs area is firing them from far, and
CNN. Oh no, what's the news today, buddy? And the news is death.
I've seen that news before.
Yeah, Burnout are actually able to grab that one, so some well-needed kills.
Rosar and the rest
tackle
of
around.
Freecs Ares doing a very good job right around farm. They do have the only compounds available in the circle just around the farm area. The next circle will open up very, very soon here, Atlas, and we will see, you know, the implications as to who's going to be the surviving ones here.
This is exactly where it was supposed to be. Yeah.
Entus Force.
It always has to be. So Southwest is coming in because Entus Force is there, and they are once again going to have a great position.
By the way, guys, this tournament is called OGN Supermatch.
Yep. Which is
Entus
why
Force has been getting all the circles.
literally every circle, every round.
Yeah. Not saying anything. Not really.
I don't know how it's done. I mean, we just had also some horrific server problems, so we don't have the ability to manipulate the game. You know, like otherwise, you know, that wouldn't have happened. And
Sure.
so it's that's my way of proving the fact that there's no funny business. Curious, still the only one dead, as the double res did actually come in here from Boise.
Very nice.
Getting Kongdoo Reddot in here.
Keeping Evermore alive was actually huge, and keeping a third member alive was even more impressive. And Kongdoo Reddot might just benefit quite highly off of this, and they are at the center of the circle, no interruption by whatsoever. Everyone's focused on the outside end. From the intruders that will come in from Crest Gaming, and also with iFTY trying to come in, and Plus Football all by himself trying to make the entrance.
Well, he's going to get taken down. Kale very easily secures that one. That is going to be iFTY taken out. No knock for them. Last man standing. Daewee, he was driving. He's not going to kill himself, though, so already a good start here as we check in on Afreeca Freecs Ares.
Literally the sacrificial lamb for Daewee, who's out in the front, making way for the rest of the Afreeca Freecs Ares to join in forward. And Gukyeon is going to be the second one in line with Shadow and Rosar. That's going to be the one to join in and see what they can do.
Well, it seems like the car dealership is about to be set up and things look okay here on this northern edge.
Having a car dealership without Juan is the saddest of stories, and
FTD getting into 8th place ain't bad, but no kills for Jeffrey, so still 0-0-0 on the scoreline. And he grabs some of these Freecs Ares kills that are available. Speaking of Ares, actually, it's CGX. They're going to lose him. Only Curad is the one alive here as Rio looking for a res, but if Curad, if he dies, even with this blue that is coming in outside of the wide area and very, very far away, he's going to have to get out of there, I think. Not any opportunities.
Yeah, that's going to be a very unfortunate situation from Curad, and Crest
7th
Gaming
place.
play very well, but really the circle working against them, and would imagine so, and AAA was right there to collect multiple kills, and they do have 12 altogether now.
Yep, Burn Afro alive yet again. I think he's been knocked about 6 times so far this round, but still all right. Got to get a couple of kills here for his team. 5 kills have been picked up by OP Gaming Rangers. Suck looking to put his M24 to good use. They've got a good position here as the Freecs Ares as well, feeling okay.
Next circle opening up. That should tell us a lot about which team is going to get the huge advantage here. Oh, OP
wow.
Rangers.
The Rangers and Kongdoo Reddot circle.
Entus Force finally not rigged into this circle here.
Thank goodness. Finally, we can breathe a sigh of relief, as it's not going to be as rigged.
It's been plenty rigged so far, but Kongdoo Reddot, you know, without the rigs going towards their way, they're still surviving with 3 members all clustered up together and still within the circle. And
their rotations have been really smart as well, being able to get themselves to these positions they do manage to capitalize on quite effectively.
And their micro decisions as well, just to go for the res at the right time and when to just kind of back away, fire for the cover shots, and just when to go for the res when they do it. It is at the right time, it is the right decisions, and that's really you know, paid them wisely, and see if they can carry on with this.
Yep. Well, Breakneck setting himself up here for the Rangers. Attack all around. Up into the top 6 teams alongside Rascal Jesters as well is pretty damn impressive from 2 teams we didn't have a lot of expectations for. Yeah, but Burn Afro might actually be dead to that. Frag decides that, nope, he's going to move out of the way.
Yeah, AAA playing the VB strats right there, trying to just hide inside the house, but he doesn't follow that second step where he's not supposed to make a sound, and kind of definitely make himself feel noticed. And Afreeca Freecs Ares is going for the hard rush here. Really no choice for them there.
Yeah, listening to all of the gunshots, I think this was a good time to make that move. They're going to get over to this car here, as you can see. Afreeca Freecs Ares not exactly with a positional advantage, but they at least have everyone alive.
And what is Entus Force going to do? Right outside the circle? They still have to make their way in. Do they have a car?
Let's see. Can he actually find this shot? Does it onto Songjang, and They had to scout someone out, did Entus Force, and he was going to be that sacrifice, and they know that that is not the way they're allowed to go. Yuck as well, he's going to get knocked. Shadow's going to be able to secure that one as well, finally.
Oh, Indigo and Kale.
Yeah, some action actually for Entus Force going their way as they take down the Rascal Jesters. Meanwhile, Breakneck does eventually get in there. Takes down Head. Easy done. They've got themselves 5 kills so far, but they want to grab that next one.
Entus Force does survive 2 members after going very, very strong on that wide rotation. Look at this here.
Oh, well, Mental actually bit off a little bit more than he could chew as Breakneck going to get taken down by Rosa. They're the vultures that are going to come in and secure this one as Gikken. Can he actually get anything done? Okay, the vehicles are going to explode, but at least they're going to be alive. The rest of the map, though, things going ballistic off to the edge. The Rangers did manage to clean that one up.
Oh, Aries, this is a huge spot for them right here.
Oh my god, how are they able to avoid all of these frags? Throwing them back as well with a vengeance. It's 1 for 1. It's actually Suck, though, that's able to take down Rosa. I thought that it wasn't. I thought it was a good shot, but doesn't happen. Voicey going to get taken out, and man, this little hut is really scary. Indigo taken out by Dewi.
Oh, Dewi going super aggressive here to see what he can get done.
Well, I mean, they are in a position where they can do this. 4 members still alive here for Afreeca Freecs Aries.
This is something that Evermore would definitely do, but 3v4 in the hut.
Oh, man.
Just grenaded, literally.
Yep, just throw a frag in there, man. That's a good idea. They'll all just try and get out, but they're not going to be able to get anything done. Boise, can you do it? No, he can't. And Afreeca Freecs Aries going to get whatever they want, but they make a whole bunch of noise. And Gekken's moving in over from the side. You can see with his M4, can he actually get this one? Oh, Dewi takes a bunch of damage there as it's just a red dot on Gekken, but he looks like he's been shooting with it 4 times.
Great stuff there. Afreeca Freecs Aries definitely hasn't won it quite yet. Gekken and Suck can make this happen.
Yeah, Suck's moving on in. Dewi being dead is actually a huge deal here as Gukyeon can't actually make them connect. Oh, no, he does. Does get the knock onto Suck. Gekken. He's spotted first, though, and remember, this is such long range. Gets it. Oh, my God. The Rangers picking up the chicken dinner, and it's all on Gekken.
And what we're going to expect from Kongdoo Reddot, who did not win that round, but still collects a lot of kills, surviving to the very end there. Once again, we do have another unique team win out a chicken dinner, and that makes it more and more promising for Kongdoo Reddot to, with all the kills they've collected, once again a consistent performance for them. Even if they didn't get the chicken dinner, I see them very, very much at the top now.
Well, just so impressive watching the Rangers play. I mean, Gekken's always on a team that it feels like he's a little bit stuck, you know, with a whole bunch of guys that just aren't as good as him. Now, it felt like that in the first couple of rounds. Finally, you've got Suck there helping him out, playing the flanks, trying to draw fire, and it's created checking out the highlights here of round 3. Wasn't exactly SSS's time to shine so far. At the beginning, 4AM as well got a lot of kills this game, but weren't able to find too much more. And it was all about the Rangers. Starting with Myth, they just moved themselves over, moved themselves around. They had the right ideas when it came to rotations, great positioning, and utilizing like sniping flanks coming in from Gekken, things like that. Really was impressive. This wasn't. That was just really bad play.
I mean, you do talk about Gekken and the significance of that guy within any other team in the world, but sometimes I do wish that even though he just got the transfer over to OP Gaming Rangers, that's fine. I mean, he can do well in that team, but someday I do wish maybe you do get a whole team of really famous fraggers in all of Korea. You name the Gekkens, you name the, well, Purple Moon just get fragged out of their minds in that boat, but
yeah, that was silly.
Have Gekken, have Shadow, and maybe Loki from Gen G Gold.
Oh,
and
yeah.
these key fraggers that we've been keeping our eyes on in the same team, and Giken leading the charge, that could be a very, very promising team, maybe to represent Korea altogether. I want to see that happen.
Creating super teams, are we, Joel? That's what we're doing. But I think that you can't put too many chefs in the kitchen, you know? So sometimes it's good to play around one key player and have everybody else be good at other things. You know, you mentioned Suck being a great fragger for C9. Here he's playing more scout duty, you know? He's being the guy that draws attention and allows Giken to click on heads without any pressure on him. This was nicely played by Freecs Aries, but it started off the fight against the Rangers that they couldn't win.
And really, the cleanup duty, once again, the story, the headline of that front page. As you see, Rangers knowing when to come in. As soon as they heard the gunfire cease, they knew that they were the right timing to go in, and Giken leads the charge for a very nice chicken dinner.
Yeah, absolute beast. And Entus Force, once again, I mean, third place, so they did manage to stay around, get a bunch of kills there as well, so they're probably still going to be pretty damn high up. But you can see OPG
of winning this day one of OSM CRESCENT.
and OP Gaming Hunters as well. 0 points once again. Man, this team that we thought was going to be impressive, again, wasn't. I feel like it's the Taman rule. If Taman's on a team, just don't get excited. Just don't. You're going to be disappointed. That's just how it's going to work.
And what does it mean, you know, when you do add Sexy Pig into the lineup, knowing that you just got a star player from Gen.G Black? We thought he was the most promising player out of the entire Gen.G Black roster.
Yeah.
Everyone praising his shooting abilities and his tactical strategizing has been very, very impressive. But you know, even in a new team, OP Gaming Hunters currently sitting at 17, practically close to last.
Yep. 17th place, that's only 4 points they're able to pick up. Finally, Purple Mood actually got some kills, so they've moved off 0 points, and that's good, but that is not where we were expecting to see OP Gaming Hunters. Not too many other surprises here. I'd say that Myth, I was expecting to get maybe a few more points than they have so far, but I mean, I'm used to getting disappointed by Myth generally.
It's happened before, it's happening again. In Crest Gaming Xanadu, the top team from Japan, currently on the middle of the pack at 11th with 10 points. Now we still ask the question, OP Gaming Rangers, after getting that really big chicken dinner in that round 3, where do they stand in the top of the ranking? Definitely top 3 for sure, but
Yep.
How further up are they in?
They're second. Entus Force, of course, with 29 kills to their name and a chicken dinner, are going to be in commanding lead, 12 points ahead, but OP Gaming PUBG Rangers have finally managed to get there. So finally, one of the teams that we were hyping at the beginning has proved themselves. Managed to eclipse Armory Gaming as well, who have only managed to get themselves a few extra points after their fantastic chicken dinner in round 1.
Let's look at the table before it disappears for a bit. OP Gaming Rangers, Armory Gaming, Kongdoo Reddot sitting at 27, 26, and 24 respectively, behind OGN Entus Force, who is at 39. The only win condition for these 2 through 4 is for them to get a chicken dinner and to get lots of kills with it.
Yeah.
And for OGN Entus Force to drop a lot of kills, maybe even drop out early in that 4th round, and that's the only reason that will conclude in OGN Entus Force not winning out in that day 1 of OSM CRESCENT. And otherwise, OGN Entus Force, 12 points ahead, looking pretty good.
Yeah, I have a feeling that it should be an OGN Entus Force title if they can do it, but we'll see what they can actually do in our final round, because PUBG is a crazy game and anything can happen as we move in here. So only one more round to go, Joel. And I'd like to see whether Red Dot can actually find themselves some chicken dinner, because they're the only team up in that top 4 that hasn't been able to get it, but they're really rapping on the back door of the top spots. So They deserve it, and we'll see whether they can get there.
Kongdoo Reddot is currently the bottom of that top 4 that we've been looking at, but we still have 4 teams to look at to see if they can get the chicken dinner and upset OGN Entus Force to get the chicken dinner.
It's going to be after the break, so we'll see you then.
고성능을 가볍게 즐기다 LG 울트라 PC GT 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다 LG 울트라 PC GT 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다 LG 울트라 PC GT 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다 LG 울트라 PC GT
당신의 하루에 청량함이 가득하도록 맑고 깨끗한 칠성 사이다.
무한대로 핑크빛 생기가 돌다.
Roma many people tutti quanti sono qua and everybody's happy.
아이시스 8.0
più vera di quella che i tuoi occhi e i tuoi kiss mi sanno dare.
생기가 필요할 땐 8.0 체크 마시자 핑크. 핑크빛 생기 에너지 아이시스 8.0
고성능을 가볍게 즐기다 LG 울트라 PC GT 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다 LG 울트라 PC GT 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다 LG 울트라 PC GT 고성능을 가볍게 즐기다 LG 울트라 PC GT
Welcome back to OGN Supermatch, guys. We have one more round remaining. It is 11:30 p.m. in Korea, and we are still powering through, Joel. And only one team can be victorious at the end of today. It's looking like it's going to be OGN Entus Force, but somebody could pip them at the post at the very end. This is, after all, PUBG.
The only thing that is in the implication is that top four, the teams that we're standing in the top 4 position right now, they have only the possibilities of winning out. I don't see the other teams, even with a huge round. They're just too far away from OGN Entus Force altogether.
Unless they kill absolutely everyone and get the chicken dinner, then maybe, I guess, theoretically, mathematically, they can do it. But
literally
I'd
the
rule it out
reason
as
why
well.
I'm saying it's impossible.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
basically
yeah.
we're saying the top 4 teams you should be looking out for. And you got a glimpse of it in that previous round before we did go over the commercial break. You talk about OGN Entus Force being up there. You talk about Attack.
OB Gaming Hunters, Rangers
OB
as well,
Gaming
looking real
Rangers.
good. Hunters looking terrible. They've only got 4 points, but Rangers are up there with 27, so they're feeling real good at the moment. And Armory Gaming, team that's really made a splash out of Thailand. I kind of want to go over to Thailand, see what's over in the water, because sometimes when these teams get here over to Korea and start playing in these tournaments, they really start to make waves. It's exciting.
And the last team in that list is Kongdoo Reddot. No chicken dinners for them throughout the first 3 rounds.
Just killing a lot of people.
But they are very close in points when compared to the other teams out there, and they are that 4th place team. Still has a chance. We do have 30 seconds before we start the round 4, and Kongdoo Reddot just in the brinks of getting a chicken dinner in that 4th round, be that next unique team that hasn't won a chicken dinner so far today, and could be that team to win out the day points and win out that $2,000 that will be awarded each day of our OSM CRESCENT scrims. That will kind of build our expectations to what we can expect out of all these teams for the Saturday and Sunday as we get to Seoul Cup.
What we can expect now, though, is to get into a plane and fly over Rengo for the final time this evening. It's basically a perfect south to north, finishing in Severny, and that's what we wanted. Everyone's going to be able to go exactly where they want. We'll finish out this round squarely. Of course, the circle is going to follow OGN Entus Force. That is how life works, but other than that, seems pretty even for all of our teams.
Seems like Sosnovka military base, no problem whatsoever. Kongdoo Reddot, FM1 boys, still very much on there, and we'll get some early farming phase. If they had traveled from north to south, it would have been a different proposition altogether. So pretty loot heavy to start them off, and really no rivals contesting them at the military base directly from the first 3 rounds so far. I don't see that changing for the very last round we have for the day. And LStars, they're right there. They're going to be just hovering over the flanks, hovering over the little bit of the edges of the Snovka Island, not really towards the center of that military base. So Kongdoo Reddot off to a good start already.
Yep, Kongdoo Reddot absolutely fine. Interesting split coming in from LStars. If you were watching the minimap earlier on, guys, so we'll see whether that's going to bite them, because there's a lot of people on that island down there.
Oh!
Okay, Yak just going to get taken down as General. He was the man that got in there first, and now Entus Force has to scatter. We asked whether they could have another big round. Losing Yak is actually huge, and that is such a big win. The fact that he managed to get into that car first.
And you know what's the funny thing is, nobody else from Armory Gaming landed at Pachinki. It was only General Gaming. Just to steal a car, kill off Yak, and just to run away.
Yeah. He was just there to get a car. That's all he was doing.
And you know what it is though? Pachinki, not many car spawns in that particular city. Kind of infamous for that, and taking away one of the, maybe if not the last vehicle that was available in all of Pachinki.
And also, Entus Force were used to just farming that one out by themselves. They hadn't had very much attention in the early game at all. It's probably why they've had such a great start, because their farming round has been so quick, and then they've been able to make those rotations that have been so crisp so far, but they've been able to do it without really any issue whatsoever. This time around, they're going to be a 3-man squad for this entire round.
And that does serve a different proposition when you are a 3-man squad if you're Entus Force, and not being able to do much when you talk about the power level being decreased quite heavily in terms of situation when you do have to fight against your opponents. If you only have 3 members, you don't feel as confident, and that will serve to a different OGN Entus Force in this very last round.
Well, Mackenzie is still hovering over here. See what AAA's plan is, because half of them got down very early on. Still just making their way over. Looks like Milton Power is going to be where they're heading. Wahid already has himself a boat. I'm getting a Purple Mood vibe here. I don't like it very much. It's frightening.
It's only one person, thankfully, so AAA is not going to serve the severe punishments that Purple Mood definitely showed us visually and emotionally as to what can happen.
I'm still scarred. I'm still scarred. I never want to get in a boat ever again. Just I'm done with boats.
But you
no
will.
More. I might have to.
We all love boats.
Well, I mean,
Can't
like
help
I
that.
said earlier, you know, fishing with your dad, something like that, that's fine. But this was not the kind of boat ride that you wanted. You know, this is like horror story boat ride.
Never really got to a horror movie where involving boats. So.
I think the analogy is more like, you know how you get a clown to come to a kid's birthday party, but then there's Stephen King's It.
That doesn't correlate.
Yeah, it does. It's still a clown. It's a clown.
Okay.
You know, and clowns can be used to bring joy or to bring terror. And boats can be exactly the same way. You can have the Titanic, or you can have
you bring in
the
Titanic.
Purple Mood boat. You know, those boats are making you sad. What are the happy boats, Joel? Name me a happy boat.
I thought Titanic was a pretty happy boat.
It was until it was, you know, under the ice.
Under the sea, going back to Little Mermaid now. All these connections.
It's just always Disney with you, isn't it, Joel?
I love Disney. All hail Disney forever and ever. It is very late at night, guys. 11:43.
We're going a little bit loopy. You're going to have to bear with us just a little bit, especially when it's the slow early game.
11:43 p.m. recorded in South Korea as we're covering the start of Game 4, not even to the end. So still have long ways to go, Atlas, before we are done with today's games. And
yeah, one more round. I think we'll be okay, Joel. I think we'll be okay. Want to see whether the Rangers can be okay as well. They could get back-to-back chicken dinners and possibly challenge for that top spot, especially with OGN Entus Force, now with only 3.
Yeah, you're right. And they do have Yasnaya all to themselves. And talk about OGN Entus Force, the heavy favorites to win out day 1 at OSM CRESCENT. And starting off in Pachinki and already losing a member. You gotta remember that from the first moments of the game. And they'll be the ones to kind of travel in without vehicles, obviously. And Yasnaya, fully occupied by this OP Gaming Rangers team, wants to repeat that success again. And
I want to see what BSGL are doing, though, Joel. I want to go check it out over there in South George, because we haven't checked in on the Hunters and them having a fight. So I'm going to actually...
got your wish!
There we go. It's actually Grim Reapers, though. They're over here. Leisfeld is going to be the one man to get taken out.
Interesting that Isco, Draft, and even Aqua 5, they're all in this hospital. Wesker's coming in.
Yeah, that's probably why we haven't seen it. It's not happening as Wesker's going to get taken out. Aqua 5 just flicks him. That was sexy.
Huh?
And then Isco comes back and takes down the kill.
He takes a jump shot. Quite literally a jump shot. It's not even basketball.
Yeah. Looked damn good while he did it as well. So BSGL off to a great start. Apparently, if they're fighting a team other than OP Gaming Hunters, they're feeling a little bit better. Gonna check out Armory Gaming.
Good stuff. Starting off at the hospital. PSG Luna finding a lot of success, but Armory Gaming, one of the teams that we should be keeping our eyes for. And General Gaming gets that cheeky kill from the very early moments of the game from Pachinki.
Taking out Yak as well. So important is Cold. The Hunters aren't exactly having the greatest time so far, but Juanke at least is going to get knocked. They go knock for knock here, BSGL. And OP Gaming Hunters,
I mean, to be honest,
destined to be fighting in the early game every round.
To be honest, we don't need to worry about OP Gaming Hunters anymore. They're just bad.
They are.
And they will continue to be bad, and see if they prove me wrong.
Ooh, are you going reverse psychology, Joel?
No, I'm really just saying they're bad.
Oh, you just think
no reverse psychology. Nothing complicated at 11:45 p.m. Atlas.
Yep, that's a really good point. That is a really good point. Not going to be doing any of these mind games. Just look at a team. How many points they have? Not many. They suck. There we go. There we go. 4AM, they've got a few points, though. They're certainly in the top 10 at the moment. Forever seems to be able to find himself an M24 in every single round, which has been impressive. Hasn't got it at the moment. The M4 is going to have to be good enough.
Missing a 2, that's fine. But
yeah.
Does serve a different gun, but I'm kind of just waiting for that phase where we will get the M762. That will be
at the moment, we're in the Hunters versus BSGL phase, and Huanke and Isco are both going to get taken out. Aqua 5 as well. This could be a team kill already at 8 minutes in. Sexy Pig is going to get taken by Draft, but Draft is the last man standing.
I wonder why did they even do this every single round?
Well, I mean...
Is it for pride? I mean,
yeah, maybe.
they're still at it.
Well, he's dead. That's 20th place for BSGL. And I think that all of OP Gaming Hunters are still alive.
All you say. It seems like they're having a tough time just getting the reses up. It's going to be the first priority there, and you might just get your statement being confirmed and proven. Entus Force losing one member, yeah, early in this pachinki race.
About as early as you possibly can lose someone.
I've seen this happen before, and it was actually to our co-caster ending life. He did participate in that Broadcaster Royale, and
Yes.
and he recorded the first death, and it was him dying out through a vehicle run.
Nice.
It's actually from his teammate, who was the APL caster, Paper
Oh,
Thin.
great. Just that sounds. Oh, good old Paper Thin.
Yeah, Paper Thin.
Our
Yeah,
man Clinton.
yeah, he ran ending life over, and yeah, it was a short story. You can ask him later.
Yeah, just maybe not a casting duo that you'd want to put together. You know, maybe there's some bad blood there. Don't know.
And what I've heard from the rest of the story is that they got tilted off their heels. Yeah,
That would definitely happen at that point.
definitely did, and
Hownan also possibly a bit tilted here after missing absolutely every shot. Not great.
it's gonna be fine. He does have a lot of 7.62 rifles to work with, and still moving strong. LStars and Freecs Aries, another team that we like to focus on, but no big proposition today. But that's a
Yeah, and also on a massive tour up to Kameshki here where no one has been. No one's sort of been picking up the C9 mantle. I thought Purple Moon might have done it. They like the Stelbler into Kameshki route as far as getting their early farm normally, but that hasn't been where they've been so far.
You know, as I did mention about Shadow a bit earlier, being one of the best fraggers out there, OP Gaming has spent a lot of money just signing in big players from abroad, and the recent signing was actually Eska. Just signing them very recently. It has been announced this morning, I believe, and otherwise, if they have some spare money, why not go for Shadow and stick him in with Gikken?
Yeah, I think that Shadow would have been a cool option. And getting your ultimate fraggers team together, Joel, the Joel Super Team dream.
It's like the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team mode is.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
It's like you're playing Football Manager, but you're playing PUBG Manager.
I love football. Big fan, by the way.
I love football.
That's what I do.
That's cool, Joel.
I do play a lot of FIFA at home. Enjoy my times.
All right, nice. Well, Hunters, as you can see, 4 kills already, and they're all still alive. This is great news. They've already doubled their score from the first 3 rounds combined.
Wow. And they're still not dead.
Wait, no, they've evened it. They've equaled it.
Did they?
Equaled it. Yeah,
4
they
points.
have 4 at the moment, yeah.
Okay.
Which is pretty crap.
But you know what it is? 8 points is not going to win you a day victory in the day 1 of OSM CRESCENT. And it's not going to win you a respect from both of us. We still believe that OP Gaming Hunters are still just as bad as
we need to certainly assume that they're just bad. Purple Mood, though, they're trying to prove us wrong because they look bad as well, and they are able to take down at least one member of Snake. We're going to check in on PNDS.
As the car is flipped over, it's
Yeah.
a different view altogether.
Oh, it is not too bad. They are spotting the gatekeepers here in Crest Gaming.
I would have definitely given the nod if he got that shot onto a moving vehicle. One more.
Ooh, goes for it.
Tried it.
Good
a
position.
weird
Wow,
circle, though.
yeah, the Saverni circle. I'm okay with these ones. Everyone's still well and truly inside the blue as Jiaozu. Okay, does find it in the end. Nicely done there from Just Moment.
When you can't get a headshot, just fire at the vehicle. It is much easier.
Yeah, especially if you've got some 7.6. All right. Got to get out of that blue, mate. That's rule number 1 here for Purple Mood. Want to get into the circle here up towards Saverni.
Getting out of the blue, you say OP Gaming Hunters have not learned that rule. They're
Nope.
still way in
They
Georgia
need to
pool.
find a way to commit suicide, and they've decided the blue's going to take them this
Ah,
time.
that's a good idea.
So they've got another pizza coming, I think.
They eat a lot of pizza.
They've been eating a pizza every round, Joel.
I mean, look at Taman. I mean, he looks like an eater.
Yeah, well, I think Sexy Pig also.
Oh!
Similar boat.
That is why they signed him, to get an extra pan of pizza every night. Let's go.
Oh, Joel's figured it out.
I figured it out.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well,
being
Mango didn't figure it out. The captain did. He managed to pick that one up.
sometimes being a PUBG expert is not so difficult.
Well, Freecs areas have been up here for a really long time. They really did commit to this northern entry to any potential circles early on, and they have capitalized on it very, very nicely.
Yeah, good trajectory coming in from OP Gaming Rangers to make that run, and Freecs areas. You talk about that hill, just downhill, no way for them to target them once again. OP Gaming Rangers have the invincible, just the uphill that really will be defensively very, very capable. And see how they hold up.
Yep. See Boise trying to get these members of AAA making transition as well. Able to get a few. Boise finally does connect it as Burnafro and Hua both taken out.
Yeah, that wasn't the flaming decals, that was actually the flame in itself, blowing up the vehicle. So
Yeah.
a little bit different compared to two, but ROG Striker trying to just survive as much as they can before him on the strike onto these strikers here.
Yeah, and Forever also in a good position to try and get some of these kills. Has been great for 4 AM so far here today. But Sparrow does survive barely, and he's able to get that medicine that he
Brother
needs so
Noel.
desperately. Oh no, Brother Noel. ROG Strikers, at least the rest of the team's alive this time around, and Sparrow's got himself a kill. That's good news, but Noel trying to stay.
No!
Not happening. It's going to be Noel going down first this time, Joel. Seems like bad news to me.
Every time, brother.
Well, Unsock is also going to follow here as ROG Striker, they don't want to be alive without their Noel. They don't want to. Mango's like, who can kill me? He's going to say it's not Forever because he doesn't deserve it. Easily takes that one down, but this battle is going to be bad on both sides. For these guys, Noel's only knocked, so he might actually get picked up here by Mango, who does love Brother Noel.
Noel doesn't deserve a second chance. Come on, get out of here!
What are you talking about? He's your brother.
He's just a
Stop being
brother.
mean.
He's a brother. He's not my brother.
Ah, he's someone's brother?
He's a brother. Just-
Okay.
There's a way variance out there in
Okay,
terms
sorry,
of what that
sorry,
could
Joel.
mean.
I just don't really understand sometimes, you know me.
It is late at night.
Yeah.
11:53. We're still hitting record time.
Oh, Brother Noel.
I told you. Doesn't
Dang
get
it,
second
Joel.
chances.
Just so sad.
I told you.
Well, that's the first kill for Entus Force, so they're on the board. 1 point thus far with their 3-man squad after Yuck was just taken out. He can go on pizza collection duty now after being dead in the first 2 minutes.
Look at this.
Oh, that's a nice
Oh!
one. That's real nice. Was that with a Car 98 as well?
Yeah, Con 98.
Damn.
Long shot.
Damn.
Tough to hit those ones. Especially at 11:54 p.m.
Yeah, the bullet drop, man. That's the ridiculous part. Understand you have to basically shoot the sky.
That's a late night gravity right there. Just pulling things down.
Just to point out, kids, if you didn't study physics, gravity doesn't change whether it's late at night or not. Joel was just saying late night gravity, and
Come on!
it's confusing.
Come on! Some of these guys might not have taken physics yet. 9th graders! All the haulers out there.
Yep. Well, Evermore, he's been knocked, and Merrill has died. This is a dangerous time
Okay.
for Kongdoo Reddot that really did want to have an impressive round this time if they wanted to challenge for the top spot.
Triple S, a team that has given us a lot of interest as to what this team is made of, especially Vivi making a clutch plays every single time, but
Yeah.
altogether, they do have a very low standing and not much to expect out of them anymore in this last round where they basically have no chance of winning out the day one. But Kongdoo Reddot, here's a team that can win out, but not when you're standing outside blue this long here.
Yeah, I don't know what Voice is really doing, but it's looking a little bit dangerous for him. Indigo trying to find position as well. It does know that able to move the rest of the team in here. Freecs Aries. Dawee's able to take down Maron. Nicely done. They get the lockdown of that kill as well. As Miso Lemon, you're going to have to get the hell out of there. Might be able to get some rundown kills, but nope. He's going to get off as KO's going to kill Indigo. That's bad news. But he's going to be able to get rested. Boom! Goes the dynamite. And Miso Lemon, he wasn't in a great position, but he is going to get taken out finally.
Yeah, Boise went boom.
Yeah, Voicey went boom. He was already pretty boom, but we finally put him out of his misery. I think Sasso might actually just die as well because he's so far in the blue.
But Curious is still alive, still on the blue. He has to get in, but Zolas is trying to just get out Mackenzie as much as he
Yeah,
can.
nicely done. Is able to get that one. Should be able to finish this kill off as well with his Car 98. Only got a 3 times on it. Don't tell Ending Life.
He's in the chat.
Oh no.
He already knows everything.
Shout out to the 3 times scope, baby.
You know, you talk about Dr. disrespecting the 2 times and ending lives the 3 times. Let's go!
Whoa, speaking of ending lives.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's OP Gaming able to just destroy the entirety of Purple Mood
And
in
it
a
has
single
to be Purple
sweep.
Mood again.
Were they in a boat again, Joel?
No, it was on land. Maybe they were on
no.
boat on land.
Maybe they were in a van or something. It's like, oh
There's no van in Rengo.
I don't know, dude. I was trying to compare a car to a boat, and it had to be a van in my brain. I don't know why.
Thank goodness my recent car purchase wasn't a van.
Well, I mean, Cold is actually going to get rezzed here as well, so Hunter's still with everyone alive, and they've got a bunch of points. I think they're on 8 now, doubling what they had for the first 3 rounds. Nicely done.
Kale went down. That's a big surprise, where we thought that he was going to be playing safe after he did collect that kill, but we caught out.
Not going to be able to find it. Does actually get a few shots to the face in response.
CGX versus Hunters. They did come from South Georgia and somehow did make it through. And
yeah, getting themselves in a great position as well just to follow this blue.
Triple S.
211. Yeah, 211. Can he find it? Yeah.
Great shots.
Easy peasy under Neotica, who's made some questionable decisions recently, as we're very Severny with our next circle. As where's Entus Force? Okay, they're just to the south, but they're very close to. That's almost an Entus Force circle. It's not too bad. Still staying on brand, Joel. Staying on brand.
Just to keep the popular opinions out there. Entus Force receiving the gifts. At least the ribbon wrap around the gifts. They're definitely getting on that one. But how far does Entus Force get with Kale being knocked away? I wonder if he was killed right away after that knock, but we'll see that. But Curious does go down, so that's Kongdoo Reddot out of the question for that first place on day 1.
Not happening. Only getting a few kills this round as well, so moving up to a potential 26, 20, 25, something like that to finish off the day. So a little bit disappointing.
Now our top 3. Talk about Entus Force, currently the favorites. Do we still have... We have the other teams out there as well. Armory Gaming, do we have them? Yes, they're in the center. Just a little bit on the bottom of the center, as we do have to reconfirm.
Chan Chan is going to be able to find Curad though, as CGX suffering at this point in time.
We do have that.
Snake with only 1 member alive though, and 0 kills is pretty bad.
And OP Gaming Rangers are here as well, so these top 3 teams still very much in it.
Oh, wow, SSS though getting destroyed by CGX, who finally get themselves on the board. Xanadu have found something. A few knocks actually coming their way, but Chen Chen, I'm not sure whether he's actually going to be able to find any of these because he was out of position. All right, see, mate. That's going to be Snake eliminated.
That's some spot shots right there, and good stuff. And
Myth, Minero going to be able to take Mackenzie. Mildfire, okay. The Grim Reaper is lying in wait. Knows exactly what Myth are doing right now as Barbo. Getting some pot shots, but not finding too much more.
Crest Gaming just trying to get away from shooting range to into the circle, but does hold Myth. And a little bit of Grim Reaper just in that flank there, so finding it difficult to get in, but somehow they do.
Not sure what Mildfire is actually trying to do here, but trying to keep himself alive. Not too many members of Grim Reaper alive.
I think he might just be the only one. Unless if I do have to reconfirm, but
yeah.
OP Gaming Hunter just trying to just rush into that next circle, no problem there, and not many teams in nearby, but oh boy,
just fire now though, as Myth has actually discovered what the Hunters are trying to do.
Oh boy.
That was close. That was close. No cigar though. It's a long range shot. You're not gonna be too upset. We're missing that one.
It does serve a purpose of scaring away the rest of OP Gaming Hunters to not come south once the next circle does open up. Just putting it out there that they are here, and they are here to fire if you do come close.
Well, trying to deal with CGX here as well as Myth. They've got their work cut out for them at the moment, getting a little bit surrounded. As
they're still outside.
Yeah, the M24 here from Ares is trying to find the targets.
You know, when CGX cannot clear the area, it's going to be difficult for them to just enter in because they do have Hunters on the top end. A little bit on the right, it's going to be Myth right on the edge. And if you are CGX, who's been playing passive all day long, you're not going to be the team to suddenly find the courage to just go in like that.
Car ran out of ergs there a little bit.
It is a Dossier.
Yeah, the Dossier it's just a bit slow. It's like us this evening, as we have ticked over to tomorrow.
It is 0001 on our OGN clock. telling it. It is the next day.
Yeah.
We've been casting for 2 days now.
We are going to be casting for today as well. Isn't that fun? Isn't it also fun to watch Myth manage to get some kills here onto CGX?
This is
iFTY as well, still just crawling, trying to stay out of the way.
Sometimes you have to be aggressive, and Crest Gaming, they've really suffered from their lack of courageousness.
And CGX as well now just starting to die to the blue, which is the real problem. Curad's going to get taken down by Cold, but they just don't have a good position they can be on the map. Taman trying to find the sight lines here, but they're under no stress at all. They're just hugging this edge with not very many elsewhere. Escalusia able to grab some extra kills towards the end here. And we've got the Rascal Jesters doing battle with the Afreeca Freecs, but Myth finally able to find some of these kills. Taman just being the vulture, taking down the Myth players, but I believe Myth won that fight.
They did, and they got the rest of Crest Gaming. It's going to be fine, but then to move up, they're a little bit outside the circle. They have to make the move way in, but they're keeping their eyes on them. But
oh,
this other fight here.
That was a disaster. Just doesn't manage to find the shots. Would have been a great surprise kill if he could have actually got it, but he couldn't.
Now, why does he go for the kills when he's all alone? Is my question here.
I don't know, man. He's a Rascal Jester. You never really can tell.
He is a Seeking Jaws 1v3 against Afreeca Freecs Ares.
Songjan going to get knocked by Captain here, who's on his own, remember, for 4 AM. So that's nicely done by him if he can secure the point.
Yeah, look at this Cold going down as well.
Yeah, iFTY coming in just to get the flanking play onto Cold.
That does serve a purpose where Seeking Jaws is this aggressive all by himself. Kind of gives a false message over towards the Afreeca Freecs Ares that knowing that they might be fighting 3v3 or even a 3v2, still scared when you don't want to just escape your surroundings to just go for this blind fight. But little do they know, it is just the lonely Seeking Jaws from Rascal Jester.
Well, it's going to be a dangerous circle, the next one. If it's up near Saverni, we could have a very long game with a lot of placement in these compounds being so incredibly important. Yeah, okay. See you later, mate. That is going to be Mile 5 finally taken down, but he's able to get some and bring them with him. He's been sneaking after Myth this whole time and eventually does pull the trigger.
He's been at the bottom of the shelter the entire game and finally does come up to get one more point for his team. And job well done, at least, is what he could have done, but you know that the further up you get to the rankings, it all doesn't matter until you get that first place. It's still 11 teams in contention.
Well, finally, the Rangers are actually going to come out of hiding. They're going to do so and destroy FTD if they can. LStars get rid of Gicken, but I have a feeling he's going to be able to get res.
Oh, no.
Okay, Mental's going to get taken down. FTD, they're turning it on its head. As the frags are flying in, remember they want to res Gicken, but look at all of these grenades.
No.
Breakneck going to be taken down. That might just be that.
Sog is all alone. This has happened before when he was in Cloud9 every single game, and this is bad when you're a Sog. You need to get first place if you want to beat Entus Force to get that first prize of the day. And
wow, he's actually coming over to try and grab this one. Does have some frags on him.
bad
the res
idea.
does come in.
In my opinion,
Frag lands, that's the double, and Suck gets it.
Okay.
Really well played. Lying prone gets away from his car as well. He just needs to land this. He knows where they are. The double kill comes in.
Okay.
Pops it and locks it. Suck really nicely played.
He needs to survive out of this one to prove me wrong that that wasn't a bad play. Does get 2 kills already, but with 4 kills, you do really rely on that chicken dinner, but
see you later.
Not going to get it.
Yeah, that's going to be Rangers out of here. Suck had a very honorable effort to try and get them some extra kills and some extra points.
But when you're in 3rd place, right, going for that 4th round to get that chicken dinner necessary to beat out OGN Entus Force, I think that Suck, knowing that he's all by himself, basically without his teammates, he should have just camped. I don't think he should have went for the kills, even if he did. It's just 2 more points.
I mean, if you do the calculation, though, remember, you only get 2,000 if you win. And they needed kill money, kill points in order to get there.
Oh,
so
look at this Armory Gaming.
That one's good as, Kale is going to be able to throw some shots forward here as General and Pieces just get obliterated.
Tanawa and DMG.
That's only, I think it's DMG, yeah, basically, and Thanawat, the only ones alive, but...
Oh, this is the scraps, the picking up the scraps, the clean ladies are here.
Yep, see you later. Sexpic taken down as well as the Hunters are starting to fall, but Kale moving on in on the side of Entus Force.
All by himself.
All right.
Oh my goodness, KO!
All right, one after the other. He's able to take them down.
They did it. I think they did it. Entus Force, I think just putting up at the top.
Good God. Just so much damage from this guy.
KO just single-handedly, probably.
Guaranteed first.
They did.
Yep.
He literally fought 1v4 against the entirety
That being said,
of Armory Gaming.
Yep, and also they were the only other team that could potentially get up there as well, given the fact that, yeah, they got in. So, yep, really beautifully done. With Rangers dead, I think that is guaranteed the $2,000 for winning today to go over to OGN Entus Force.
And you know what's the continuing story from that? KO picked up lots of kills today.
Yeah, he has.
All this adds on for these 3 days, including the 2 days for the weekends.
So he could get himself $2,000 as well,
Literally.
just in his back pocket.
And he doesn't have to share that many.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All of this pizza that everyone's been ordering as well. I mean, you're going to need some of that money.
You want to get some pizza afterwards?
Oh, dude, I'm so hungry.
I'm pretty hungry right now.
Yeah. We've been here a while. We had dinner at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And that was an age ago.
And that wasn't pizza.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
That's the
It was
most
pretty good though
unfortunate.
today. It's pretty good.
You liked it?
Our like Korean doshirak was pretty good.
Good old
Liked it.
tonkatsu today.
Yeah.
Bit of mixing of the Japanese and the Korean
Yeah.
conventional menus.
It's good though. And random hash brown in there for no
I
reason.
know there was
It's like
a
what was that even doing? I don't know.
I was pretty conspicuous of the fact that it looked like a hash brown, but it just can't be a hash brown.
Yeah, I was perplexed. But
In
I
a
don't know.
bowl of rice over tonkatsu with the
Yeah.
tonkatsu sauce on it. And they had ketchup, right? And
Yeah.
what's this ketchup for?
I didn't know what the ketchup was for. I just put it
And I
aside. I was
opened
like,
my-
I don't need this.
And I opened my box, and it had hash brown. That's what the ketchup was for.
All right, okay. I forgot that you're supposed to eat hash browns with ketchup.
That's the American way. I know my ways.
Oh, sorry, Joel. I know.
Talking about my reference, but
You
Tarzan.
need to teach myself as the ignorant Australian how life's supposed to work with a hash brown.
Hash browns are delicious.
They are certainly delicious. I know that much. We have them in Australia. I just didn't know that you're supposed to eat them with ketchup.
The good old ketchup.
If you could remember the Simpsons reference. All right, we've got a circle that's way out in the open, though, guys. As you can see, bringing us back to the game. Rascal Jester's hunting for some Afreeca Freecs, but Daly's going to have nothing to do with it. As Escalucia just gets shot by the Afreeca Freecs who are inside this compound with Seeking Jaws just knocking on the door. Doesn't matter.
How's
He's
he still
killing
not
myth
dead?
players.
How's he still not dead? He's been doing this for the past 8 minutes.
Yeah, and now LStars, they're coming over. They could smell it. They could smell this action. They have been just vultures this whole day. Honestly, I was going to say round, but no, it's been every round.
He's playing the VV strat right now.
Well, Myth goes down 7th place. LStars, this is not the vulture work that you want to get done because there's Rascal Jesters hanging around here. There's Afreeca Freecs everywhere. And that was not the door you wanted to knock on.
Seeking Jaws, he's still here with everybody else coming in. iFTY, you talk about Afreeca Freecs areas. ROG Striker here as well. Everyone here just trying to invade everyone.
Well, Seeking Jaws could really get some work done here if he bides his time nicely. Doesn't find any of the shots, though. He's once again going to be moving on over. Now his position is real dicey. Mango biding his time. The last man standing here for ROG as well.
Papo is all alone. He could potentially get first place.
He could, if they all just grenade themselves here in this compound.
Literally, Papo is all by himself as that one member, and every one of the 10 members that are still surviving are on this freaking sushi house.
Yep. Yep. Well, who's actually going to come out on top? Afreeca Freecs areas probably have the safe money here, given the fact that they are inside, but they'll have to come out of the door once this blue starts moving in to this southerly circle.
iFTY has an entire squad waiting on the doors of the sushi house, and we do have 7 more players just waiting in the
Seeking
flanks.
Jaws is still just wandering around the house.
He's playing the VV strats, man. VV strats are looking good today, all day long.
Well, Shadow's looking for the flanks with the frags. Nothing really finding anything because there's not enough information being gathered. Carl, what are you doing up there? We don't even know where he is. I think he might be downstairs. Not entirely sure.
And did you see Mango?
Yeah, Mango's just been chilling there,
Randomly-
man. Just chilling there
randomly outside
for
of-
ages.
He's like the mango tree that just grew up at the middle of the yard there. And
Well, finally, Carl's going to go down. Seeking Jaws also taken out by a random frag. Today we will see whether he actually gets rezzed, as we've got the blue starting to move forward, and now everyone has to run. Gokyeon, can he be the hero here for Afreeca Freecs Aries? Able to get the money here, as 5 points have been picked up so far by the Afreeca Freecs.
He's gonna just climb up and see what he can get.
Yep, that's going to be the chicken dinner. It's going up to iFTY. They needed the points because they've been middle of the pack all day today, but that is going to guarantee OGN Entus Force that $2 grand from day one.
And it's gonna be rigged or not rigged. It doesn't matter. It's not.
Hey,
the
at least in round 4, they didn't get all of the circles right on top of them.
They've already had enough points that they didn't really need to get it. But you do talk about Kale. He did pull off the clutch in that round 4, which was also important.
And that was also with only 3 of their members alive for the entirety of the game. Remember, Yuck went down in the first minute.
It's the Shakespeare phrase, right? To be or not to be, to rigged or not to rigged. That's still what we're getting from OGN.
I don't think it was rigged. I don't think it was rigged. I think they're just they could feel the heart of the PUBG. You know, you're like sometimes sometimes
That's
you
what
feel
rigged
it.
means.
No. It's more about spirituality rather than we went into the code and we ruined the game for everyone else. No. It's about like just sometimes you feel it. You know.
But in all honesty, Kale played out of his mind today.
Yeah, he did. He had a great day.
Just super performance, and I want to just collect how many kills he got all together for this 4 games, because it's gonna be way up there in terms of the kill rankings altogether. Once OGN does share those stats, it will be very interesting to see how well he continues and prevails.
Yeah, really nicely played. And look, it's only just past midnight, and we've finished after that 2-hour break earlier on as well, guys. And the way these teams are stacking up, I'm actually excited, because a few of the teams that we thought would just be pushovers did manage to have pretty breakout rounds earlier on in the day, and also in this one. Even Attack All Round, a team that I was thinking would just get bullied the entire time, has had rounds where they've picked up double-digit kills.
It was a bit disappointing by the kind of the macro decisions made by the top 4 teams, other than OGN Entus Force, knowing they really need to get a chicken dinner to win out the day match for today. And talk about Kongdoo Reddot just forever standing outside the circle, obviously not going to gain anything from that. OP Gaming Rangers a little bit kind of hesitant in terms of picking the right team fights, and really disrupting from that would suck, being the only one to not support his team and stay alive by himself. Obviously, that is not going to go to any good on your chance to win out. And you talk about the other team right there. Who was the third team? Armory Gaming didn't do well. Just literally stood middle of the circle, out of the open, and really not got nothing out of that. And that just really went to OGN Entus Force, who did squeak out in the very end.
Well, this was the play here, like towards this time where
no need for that.
They made the 4-squad rotation at the same time and walked into a trap, and that's just bad news. That's why often you send one out, and if he's dead, don't go.
It's the kamikaze strat. It's just blowing yourself up in the wrong time.
Yeah, but don't blow up all your friends at the same time.
That's
the bad news.
And that's what it was. And I think OGN Entus Force really congratulating themselves for the fact that they were consistent. They did all the right things at the right times. And
now,
even in round 4,
let's look at what happens to Babo here, because I was expecting this to be a little bit more of a game, but he moves on over and just walks in and gets killed. Okay,
great stuff by iFTY to make that early travel, to make sure they have the 2-to-1 advantage no matter who comes up from the bottom. And great stuff there. And Bappa, everything played right, but he was outnumbered in the end, 2v1, and that was not going to be a win.
And Hunter's got a whole bunch of kills this time around as well. They got at least 8 or 10, something like that. 9. So halfway in between. Nicely done from OP Gaming Hunters, but it's a bit late to wake up. Because, yes, it's tomorrow now, but it's still real late at night. But iFTY, congratulations. 8 kills as well as grabbing that chicken dinner, 18 points. But it means that OGN Entus Force, they've managed to augment what was already 32 points, something like that, correct me if I'm wrong, and moving up to about 40 with the 39 scoreline.
And the whole conclusion out of today's matches were that we were trying to get the scrims on for these 4 rounds to get a better understanding of all these teams participating, because some of these teams we have very, very little information on, and now we got to see some of the teams being represented the right way. And the concluding comments that we got is that all 4 unique teams got the chicken dinner for the 4 rounds today. And really, no standout team that will be considered the best team out of the 20. Not yet, to be exact, and we're going to have to go to day 2. We're going to have to go to day 3 to get further repetitions as to who's going to get the additional chicken dinners when compared to the chicken dinners they got today, and should be a better understanding of who is the favorite to go on the Saturday and to the Sunday matchups as well.
Yeah, and I think OGN Entus Force has certainly come out as the team to watch here. Only getting 1 chicken dinner, but also just having a basically insurpassable lead moving into our final round was very, very impressive. But you're right, I feel like there's no massively clear favorite. It's not like we have 4 teams at the top that the whole competition is about them and everybody else is a passenger. That hasn't been how it is. Even, you know, Purple Mood and Snake, who are down the very bottom of this, they had their moments in a few of these rounds today. Striker as well, I mean, a lot of their sneaky strats had been working. But OP Gaming Hunters, very disappointing. See whether they come back day 2 to try and work things out. Bonds Gaming Luna, a little bit more impressive than I was expecting, but still 11th place isn't as good as I was hoping for them.
So the South Shores neighbors finishing up at 11th and 12th in the middle of the
Maybe
pack.
they shouldn't just murder each other at the beginning of every round.
That's what it is, but we're going to get the first place being OGN Entus Force with OP Gaming Rangers.
46, good God.
That's an average of more than 10 points per round. That's very, very impressive. Have only won 1 chicken dinner out of the day just means that they collected lots of kills, and many of them coming from KO and Indigo were the true stars of today's matches, and Steve's can kind of repeat this on as we go into day 2 and day 3 of script and really get to see how strong OGN Entus Force is. That question will be answered through multiple repetitions of more chicken dinners along their path.
Yep. And we'll keep counting up these points and keep trying to work out who is going to be the best team here, because a lot of it is on a daily basis. Who does get on a roll early on? And OGN Entus Force is a team that can play with the momentum so well. And what did we ask at the very beginning of the day? We were asking questions like, who is going to be the teams to look out for? Who's going to be the strongest? And we're looking at individual players saying, well, this roster swap was good because this player is now here. But what we also were talking about was the fact that OGN Entus Force is one of the only teams that hasn't switched up their roster in a drastic way. And so it's impressive to see that they've utilized that to stay consistent. And it's been the way that they've moved together and utilized the fact that a lot of their players have been on fire today in order to get themselves these chicken dinners. Not to mention Circles being pretty damn good for them. But day 2 will be tomorrow or today, theoretically, starting at 1900, 7 p.m. here, KST. You can Google that one if you do have a different time zone across the world. We're going to be doing exactly the same thing, then moving to 1 p.m. So 1300 on Saturday and Sunday for the main event, where we're actually going to get everyone in here in the Facebook arena and get everyone to work out who's going to win that 40K. You're going to take home for first place.
It should be very interesting as to see whether the days go by with day 2 and day 3. We'll get a better idea of how good actually OGN Entus Force is going to be representing in this 20-team format. And the other teams like Kongdoo Reddot coming in second in terms of the kill points for the day should be very, very good to see how well they do in day 2 and day 3. Collect the chicken dinner for Kongdoo Reddot and they should be on fire.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what is going to happen. I also like the fact that it's a little bit open-ended. Like you're mentioning, it's kind of like scrims. I mean, there's a bid on the line, about $2,000 each day, but we'll see whether the teams that come out on top in these days are going to be the same ones that are actually able to take it on the main day, because, you know, maybe the Hunters are just sitting back having fun. Maybe they were ordering pizza this entire time. We don't actually know, because these days aren't as important as finding that victory on the last day, because $40,000 is very different to $2,000.
In situations like that, the stories really build themselves, and we expect good stories to build up as we get to day 2 and day 3 to see teams really rise up to the challenge and to call themselves the best teams out of the 20 teams participating.
Yeah, and so we are at the end of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Again, apologies for our gigantic break that we had early on. Head over to social media. We have prizes there using hashtag OSM, and it's going to be at OGN Global. That is going to be the Twitter, so go claim your prize. Thank you so much for watching. We need to go to bed. We got to do this again today, Joel. So make sure you get yourself a good night's sleep. Thankfully, you got your car yesterday, so you can swiftly go home. No waiting for taxis, which is what I have to do. But oh man, thank you so much, guys, for watching.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. the Korean cast are taking a really long time to sign out. They just don't think they've been here long enough, I don't think.
That just gives us more time to say thanks.
Yeah, it's true.
I like
and
that.
Thanks, and maybe we should be saying a little bit of sorry. I'm glad that we got to talk about some Disney movies, but maybe that's because we were getting a bit loopy at the end of the night. I didn't know that Tarzan was your favorite movie, though. I learned something here tonight. This was good.
We can talk about more about this later on. We got 2 more days to talk about it.
Hey, yeah, that's true. I thought you were going to say later, like after the broadcast. I'm like, no,
we're
everyone
gonna
at home wants to be hearing as well. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. We've got more PUBG action happening tomorrow and the next day. So hopefully we're not going to have any more issues and we can just bring you this beautiful OGN Supermatch as it unfolds. Let's find out. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Good night.